This is Doug Walker. You're watching The Crazy House with Crazy McCormick.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the Crazy House. I'm back. And I'm Crazy McCormick up in this bitch. Bitch, welcome once again to my show. Yes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it last week because I was in the middle of fucking driving in like 3 fucking storms, 2 snowstorms, and a rainstorm. But we'll get into that later. I do want to talk about my my adventures with DCG Con, but I feel like before I do that, we got to get into the news. So let's go ahead and switch over. I love that fucking thing. All right, so yeah, that's the fucking video for my intro. So yes, DCG Con. What the fuck? You stupid piece of fucking shit. Oh, of course, there's gonna always have to be some sort of weird technical difficulties going on. Come on. Come on, you fluffy, stupid piece of fuck. Work, damn it. Work. Why is it not working? Okay, so let's see if I can just skip on to the next one. Okay, apparently it doesn't read AVIF files. So, with DCG Con and Juggalo Weekend coming to a close, Walking Home Wednesday ended up being the thing that was, I guess you could say it was a hot ticket item. For $117 motherfucking dollars. And it comes with a tote bag, a bandana, the Walking Home Wednesday single, a comic book, and a Walking Home Wednesday medallion. To be perfectly honest, like I ended up seeing that. There's actually a story behind that. You can check out the homie. Yeah, which one? I got a plenty. I got too many homies. I'm losing track. What the fuck? Anyways, yeah. So yeah, check out the homie Echo Side Fiend. He ended up doing a video. I ended up buying a fucking copy of Walking Home Wednesday for him. I didn't buy one for myself because I've only got like the strap bag, the book bag, and I guess when they stop selling Walking Home Wednesday, I'll just get the tote bag in and of itself. And I don't know if anybody has actually uh, opened up the shrink wrap and uploaded it to YouTube and violated various copyrights in order to get it up on there. But I'm pretty sure it's still swimming somewhere around the interwebs. You can find that on your own. But I ended up buying this for Echo Side for $117, just like the other two. Apparently, there was also some extra tidbits of information that Echo Side theorized that there might be a Walking Home Weekend edition that'll come up probably after the other two Walking Home pieces of this project are closed out. That was one thing that happened after DCG, during DCG Con, and I believe that you can also buy them available, if not at the Psychopathic Vault, maybe at the new ICP store. That if you haven't seen it, well, let's just say that everything about this just sucks big fat fucking horsecock. So, and the reason why I say this, like, here, fuck it. I already got an opening up for it, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the fucking website. So this is the website shop.insaneclownposse.com. And to me and a lot of other ninjas, at this point, we're just like, Jesus Christ, another fucking store that has to come out and hawk these wares. These don't even look very fucking flattering to me. Like, yes, we've got the giant ass fucking Hatchet Man logo on a fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater t-shirt here. The clowns in and of themselves, and then, like the Hatchet Man apparel logo, which, I mean, if it doesn't say Gildan, then I'm questioning it at this point, to be perfectly honest. You know what I'm saying? But this is the fucking rag on the fucking PMS schedule that really upset me. Look at this shit, okay? $40 for a goddamn t-shirt. $40. Hatchet Man embroidered messenger bag, $50. Yeah, because you have the Hatchet Man embroidered on a fucking tote bag. But it just gets worse. It just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse. This Riddlebox Boom t-shirt. So it's Riddlebox with the Bang Pow Boom Insane Clown Posse font. The Hatchet Man circle embroidery. So yeah, if it's got a little bit of an embroidery right here that looks like a fucking 2010 chick's fucking wrist tattoo, which I made that as a reference for something that'll happen later in the fucking show. So stick that reference in your back pocket. $50 fucking dollars. $40 for a fucking wife beater. Like, what the fuck? Pullover hoodie, $75. And this is fucking iron-on shit. It irons on through the fucking hoodie shit. Like what the fuck? $80 for a fucking bomber jacket and it's not embroidered. All right, like here we have the bleach splatter, so basically just bleach cum all over, and then the Hatchet Man is embroidered onto the fucking zip up crew neck. What the fuck? $20 for a drawstring bag. I get these for free. Like, depending on what it is that I'm doing in my daily life, you can get one of those for free. Just like the fucking prices for this are incredibly fucking terrible. And then you get this, and then the fucking iron-on job for even the hoodies. Like, bro, on Teespring, they would not allow the fucking iron-on shit. Look at this shit. Take a look at where the fucking hoodie, the hoodie pouches, the kangaroo pouch on the hoodie, that looks terrible. Like, I'm looking at this zoomed in 4 fucking K. The designs are fucking subpar. The fucking the embroidery work is not worth the fucking money as far as I'm concerned. Like all of these. Like my hoodies are like $40. My t-shirts are $25. And then here we go. We got a flame logo embroidered hooded jacket. This is a fucking trash bag for $150. Okay, this is practically a fucking trash bag. I guess Jay wasn't kidding when he said buy or buy. But here's the kicker. You see this little gift box right here? Look at this shit. Chop off 10% on your first order, and then you can get other email like other marketing fucking tactics. And like, ooh, so you mean to tell me if I get a $40 t-shirt, I can get it for 36? Ooh, shut up and take my fucking money. No. Sorry, not sorry, but like warehouse stuff, this sorry, but not sorry. Like, I want to know who approved. I would love to know who approved this shit because a lot of this stuff, sublimated bullshit, like this Hatchet Man is like, oh yeah, and where are the jerseys? Oh, look at this. Gonna get you, clown. Didn't we see this motherfucker at Walmart for $10? And now we're getting it for 40? What the, like, I don't give a fuck. This shit is absolutely fucking embarrassing. I would be embarrassed if I found out that my fucking marketing team was trying to basically rape and pillage your shit. Like, $25. Look, I'm not a trucker cap guy, so I would never buy these, but $25, dude, my fucking hats are like 25, $30. And I would never get a fucking trucker cap. I would never get a fucking trucker cap. I would much rather get the fucking snapback boys right here. I'm much happier with these. I would actually pay probably $25, $30 for these hats. But not these fucking who the fuck is wearing trucker hats? Okay? Truck stop juggalos. No shit. They're the ones that are fucking trying to blow the fucking truckers at, yeah, exactly. The lot lizard juggalos. The ones that are trying to blow the fucking truckers at way stations and rest stops. It's just like, the selection of the t-shirts themselves, I'm not a fan. All right, I don't give a fuck if it's got clowns on it or not. I'll buy my fucking merch at the shows. That's the best that you're gonna fucking get out of me because a lot of these t-shirt designs are fucking subpar, whack as fuck looking. I'm not happy with this. Fuck that shit. I'll keep my money at the vault. I miss Hatchet gear. Okay? Look, Joey, just build another fucking garage in your backyard and make a new warehouse. Okay? Because this stuff, no. Like, when I found out about this shit, I was like, dude, I mean, I said about this shit in my last show. Like, this is the shop, okay? And I talked about the shop on my last episode, where I was like, both me and Lord Zero of the Bender Boys basically fucking agreed, in so much of a sense that they should just leave the ready-made shit like this to people like us. Insane Clown Posse, you are above this. Okay? You are leagues above selling shop shit like this. This is pissing me off. Oh, let's take a look at limited edition stuff. Just when you thought they were dead posters, now they're talking about death. Clowns are not about death. They bring joy. Okay. But like I guess this is a specialty thing for some of you juggalos out there. Skate decks. All right, we got skateboard. Like the skateboard thing I could kind of understand. I'm not a skater, but this would make a lot of sense. But these limited edition posters, just blah blah blah. You know, whatever. Vintage collection. It's basically like, okay, yeah, Raglan t-shirt. I don't give a fuck. Okay, Riddlebox vintage t-shirt that literally looks tired and worn. That looks like it came out of Violent J's fucking Foot Locker. All right. Now this is vintage as fuck right here. The white Ringmaster t-shirt, the white Carnival of Carnage shirt. Does it still say Haynes from Kmart on the tag? You know, like some of these, yeah, some of these, maybe it makes sense, but the price on these motherfuckers, no. You know what? If they're vintage collection, keep them at vintage price. $15. All right? You can still make a profit with this shit. All right? I get it. Insane Clown Posse is possibly retiring soon. You know, like once they, you know, like they're gonna be on the retirement list and all of that shit, but god damn, homie. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Okay, so we got these accessories, basically bandanas and skateboards, tote bag, a neck gaiter. That neck gaiters suck. All right, we haven't needed those since COVID. All right, the gaiters are not fucking cool anymore. Although, you know what, here you want to have something that can be put in accessories and vintage collection. Bring back fucking snap bracelets and put Insane Clown Posse all over them. I want to see that shit. Headwear. Do we have sweatbands, or is it just going to be a bunch of bullshit trucker? It's a bunch of bullshit trucker caps. Oh god, this is fucking disgusting. I am appalled. But you know, a lot of the more newbie juggalos are going to be stupid enough to fucking buy this shit. You know, a lot of the newer ones that don't know any better. Like, if you want some authentic, fucking good, pristine shit, I guarantee you, just go to a show and buy the shit at shows. I mean, and they're slowly but surely bringing the merch back to fucking Spencer's Gifts and Hot Topic again. So you could probably go there. And you probably save some fucking money. Like I said this on Instagram, it looks like $40 disposable shirts. Like you're going to wear them 5 times and the fucking ink is going to run out. Or they're going to start falling apart. Like, I have no faith in this shop store whatsoever. And that's just my opinion. Maybe it can be mitigated as fact, I don't know. But we're going to move on to the next fucking piece of information and material. There we go. Yeah, that. Anubis came out. Digital and physical releases to anybody who actually went to their web store and bought physical releases. If you haven't, they announced, so they basically released this on Juggalo Day, and I got a chance to listen to the album in its entirety on YouTube Music. I'm pretty sure it's also on Apple Music, Spotify, you know, Amazon Music, whatever. You know, wherever you decide to listen to fucking music, Anubis is on there, and it's actually pretty fun to listen to. It's exactly what you would expect out of Clockwork E. A little bit of trap is involved in there, which, hey, I'm not hating. I actually enjoyed this shit. So yeah, definitely fucking do yourself a favor, have some fun, and listen to this album. Clockwork E's new Anubis album. I've been promoting it since I fucking found out about it. I mean, I'm friends with Bill's fucking girlfriend. So it's like, not that I kind of have to, but I do actually enjoy listening to Clockwork E. I do think they're funny. And speaking of Clockwork E, it turns out that they're going to be on tour on the Anubis Dog Tour, featuring support from the Hooligans, Siamese, Goat God, and I can't read that at all. Like, I can't read that at all. But they're on tour. Starting it's going to be starting in May, so I will remind everybody in another couple of months. So sometime in mid-April, I will be reminding everybody that this tour is coming up. So it's starting May 16th, going on into the 24th, starting in Youngstown, Ohio, at Westside Bowl. On the 17th of May, Millersville, Pennsylvania, at Phantom Power. On the 18th, Virginia Beach, Virginia, at Scandals Live. The 20th of May, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, at the local 506. On the 21st of May, Spartansburg, South Carolina, at Ground Zero. The 22nd, Morristown, Tennessee, at the Lock. On the 23rd, it'll be Louisville, Kentucky, and that's how you pronounce it. Otherwise, Jim Cornette will kick your fucking ass. It's not Louisville, it's not Louisville, it's Louisville, Kentucky, at the WWME Music Hall. And then closing it out, it's going to be on the 24th, Owensboro, Kentucky, at Banksy Sports Bar. Tickets and VIP spots are going to be available in the link tree. I put a link in the description below if you have any interest in any of those shows. Or hey, maybe you guys could fucking do a Train of Terror on this fucking tour and just go to them all. Huh. So Dragon Slayer, I talked to this new Juggalette and she hates free speech and loves censorship. Don't get me wrong, she was fine as fuck. She's a 10, but she doesn't allow you to say the things that you want to fucking say. Kick her ass to the fucking curb. We're about free speech up in this motherfucker. Now, I do also want to add this other thing. What up, Swills? So I was perusing through Fago Lovers before the show to try to find things to rip off, and I don't think that this is actually going to look good. Yep, it's not. It's not putting up. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to fucking talk about this without uh, putting up the pictures because apparently, for some strange fucking reason, um, VLC for some reason isn't reading AVIF files. So I guess I'm just going to have to open up every single one of these and uh, okay. So I'm gonna have to open these up, and I'm just gonna have to save these as fast as I fucking can. So, yep, just give me a quick second. I will be able to do this. Okay. You sent me a flyer. Oh, where did you send it to me? Oh, okay. I see it now on Facebook. Yeah, I just looked this up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll download this shit. Give me a hot second. I'll open up Messenger and I will download it. All right, thank you for that, Swills. Yep. So my apologies, because like I'm a fucking idiot and I did not realize that my shit does not read AVIF files. Okay. So that fucking blows. All right, just give me a quick second. Let me open up this real quick. Okay. Ah, piss. Okay, what the fucking shit? This totally takes away everything that I was trying to fucking do. So, that's where the problem is. Okay. Okay, so basically I found this out, and this right here is the reimagined closed casket album for Isham. So Isham's album Closed Casket, it's an absolute fucking classic that I have barely fucking listened to, but it's Isham, so I know right off the rip that it is indeed a fucking classic. However, it was reimagined, and by reimagined, it explains that all of the fucking like it's not meant to be better per se. Siamese Goat God, yeah. Oh, okay. I'll okay. So like, I will definitely do this. But I have like a fucking problem with chronological order. So Isham ended up coming out with this album. It was originally for pre-order. However, it is now currently released out to the public in digital format. So I'm pretty sure that you should be able to check that out uh, on all of your fucking music bullshit. Like whatever it is that you use for your musical nonsensical nonsense, it should be available to you. But there is a link in the description, so you should be able. Okay, where is it? Yeah, so you should be able to buy a physical copy of it. It's going to be in a fucking digipack of whatever. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be called, but it's there. Like, so link is in the description below. Also, if you want to check out your fucking, what the hell? Why is this here? There, that's better. So if you want to get a physical copy of Closed Casket Reimagined, go check out the link below and do the damn. Buy this shit. I think it's like $20. Um, So let's see. The next thing that I saw on Fago Lovers was this. So yeah, Juggalo Night. And normally, normally I wouldn't fucking advertise this dude, but at the same time, Dot Strife and the fact that it's in Dallas, Texas, and my homie Shade lives in Texas. I don't know if he's actually on the fucking list or not, but Dot Strife is doing the damn thing. March 7th, so you Dallas, Texas ninjas, you should have something fresh to do on March 7th. Looks like it's $10. I don't know what time doors are open at, but I'm pretty sure that you should be able to get in there and do the damn thing. Now, originally it looks like this was practically fucking it, but then come to find out that they have a new addition to that fucking event, which is Lardy B. Now, I got to see Lardy B at the fucking show doing the damn thing. Let's see. There was another video. Yeah, so I got to see Lardy B doing the damn thing at Juggalo Weekend. Sorry, I'm distracted because like, dude, Lardy B in real life, man, she is such a fucking cutie. She's got a very pretty face. Like, I'm not gonna fucking lie. She has a face that you would definitely want to fuck in the mouth. And depending, I guess it could be a possibility if you're able to fucking if you're able to fucking get your swag on. You know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can. Yeah, Lardy is fucking hot. I got to see her do the damn thing night one at DCG Con. And I remember being at the first fucking post-COVID gathering back home in Thornville, and she was up on there. Someone was throwing a whole ass fucking cake at her. It was the shit. I didn't give a fuck, and I'm sure she didn't give a fuck either. Like, it was dope seeing that, and she's not. But it is what it is, you know. Who cares if she's fucking morbidly obese? Dude, we're fucking juggalos. As long as she's got a, like, my boy once said, she could be fat, she could be ugly, but she can't be fat and ugly. And even though she's fucking fat, she definitely has a pretty face. I'd fucking, I'd fucking take a crack at her crack. I don't give a fuck. I would totally fucking do it. I'm down. So let's see. The next thing. Yeah, she loves throwing Twinkies at her. Fuck yeah. Like, that's the shit, man. Let's see. Last but not least, oh wait, second to last but not least, I will say this. So Jay Villain has got a new album coming out. All Out Villain. A brand new album coming out next month on the 21st. Good for them. Subjective. That right there, what you're saying about Lardy B, that's a subjective point. Like, that's your preference, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, so let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta add this fucking thing that Swills just sent me. I guess I'll add that to the last fucking thing. Yeah, I came so totally unprepared, you know. But yeah, so he's got a new album out, and on top of that, he has a tour going on. I guess he's going to be on some of these shows with Scum. Scum's coming out doing a tour starting May. So these are some of the areas that they're going to be, that Scum is going to be fucking doing with Tritone, RG Stoner, TZ Fallen, Saints of Solomon. I can't read that fucking logo. What the hell? Set the Tone tour with Scum. So that's the next major fucking thing going on. Yeah, I added it and then I forgot where the fucking shit was. All right. I found it. So I think I'm back on the mark. So going through the list, it looks like it's a small tour, May 7th to the 18th. So, yep. It looks like it's going to be in the same general area for the most part, as the tour with Clockwork E. So on the May 7th, the Summit Music Hall in Columbus, Ohio. May 8th is the West Side Bowl in Youngston, Ohio. May 9th, the Phantom Power in Millersville, Pennsylvania. Yeah, the same fucking venue, just different day. May 10th at the Riff House Pub in Chesapeake, Virginia. May 13th at the Rooster in Gastonia, North Carolina. May 14th at the Purple Buffalo, North Charleston. The Purple Buffalo in North Charleston, South Carolina. The motherfucker. All right. I don't give a fuck. Let them continue to talk about me. It's free promotion. May 15th at the Spot in Azalea Park, Florida. May 16th, the Culture Shock in Atlanta, Georgia. May 17th at Banksy Sports Bar in Owensboro, Kentucky. Once again, same spot. I guess that is a general Juggalo spot. Same place, different day. And then May 18th at the Cosmos Joe's in Dayton, Ohio. So if you want, you can go ahead and get your tickets at eventbrite.com and go see some fucking Scum. And let's see, we're getting close to this motherfucker, and it looks like they got the full set Juggalo Ohio 3. And by the way, I saw that somebody ended up fucking superimposing a fucking butt plug and still had like a picture of Ouija and like some superimposed pictures, like people in the background. And I thought that was kind of funny. but it's nevertheless. I thought that this was actually cool. They got a whole lot of good fucking names up in this bitch. Let's see. So night 1, Gather the Elements, and night 2, Pages of Prophecy is what it's advertising. But take a look at the list of some fucking homies that are up on this shit. For one, okay, so obviously Ouija Mac. It's fucking Ouija Mac, you know what I'm saying? Darby O'Trill is up in that bitch. Darby O'Trill, of course, is the fucking homie. Sagan Umo is up on that motherfucker. So it makes me wonder, since they just came out with that fucking collabo shit. Ah, that was you. Oh, okay. You son of a bitch. That shit was funny. Like, I might have to see if I can find it. King 810 is gonna be up on that bitch. Sinister. Now, is that just right? Is that completely different from V Sinister, or is it V Sinister just got rid of the V? I don't know. It's spelled the same fucking way too. 10 Bands, Shaggy the Airhead, Clockwork E. So we've got Clockwork E, we got the Hatchet Man Project, which Hatchet Man Project is the fucking shit. I love listening to Hatchet Man Project. Death Plus, 216 Zay. I just found out recently that he's up on the fucking list. And that's the fucking shit. I love seeing people that I know coming from the ground up, and Zay has been putting in that fucking work. No shit. No fucking lie. What do the kids say these days? All facts, no cap. All facts, no printer. Whatever the fuck. I'm old. Fuck you. 8 Corpses, who I've never fucking heard of. Gloom Unit. Gloom Unit is up in that shit, because, and I'm cool with Gloom Unit. Acetone is the fucking homie. Worldwide Chaos and Moppy. I love the fact that there's a lot of these people who are given the chance, and this is one thing that I do really appreciate when it concerns Ouija Mac, is that I feel like he created Juggalo Ohio 3 just to help promote some of the other, some of the, I guess for lack of a better term, the underlings of the underground Juggalo hip hop scene. You know what I'm saying? And what the fuck was that? I'm getting fucking notifications or some shit on my Facebook. I'm gonna need to turn that off. Anyways, so let's see. Nope, I did not mean to open that up. I don't need to open up Steam. The fuck. Anywho. Oh, oh, okay. You sent me the Adventures of Ouijiana Jones. Oh yeah, I've been seeing these. I've been seeing shit like this that you're. Oh damn, dude, you just fucking blew my fucking phone up. Okay, yeah, I've been seeing like short clips that you've been making, all over Facebook. It's fucking hilarious. All right, so this will be the last piece of info. Hopefully, it fucking works. Swills actually just sent me this as I went live. So yeah, this is Halloween, starring Zach DeTerra and Darby O'Trill, featuring the Hollywood Heartthrobs. Isn't that Danny Dollars' band? Let's see, Arab C, Spamly Era, homie. Quad B, Dead or Alive, Cinna, NGS, and Mac Movado. So this is going to be on the 26th of April. Okay. It's a free event, $3 if you're under 21, and this is happening in Cleveland at the Foundry. There's a Halloween costume contest, and there's going to be also waffles or waffles. I'm sorry, I said it in the Canadian version first. Oh, okay, I get that. That's almost like the Christmas and July sale kind of shit, you know? Yeah, that's what I thought, because I was like, I know about the Hollywood Heartthrobs, and I knew it had something to do with Danny Dollars. Oh, okay, I see. So it's Danny Dollars and Flapjack Wilson, which I just recently saw an interview on Deck One Delt with Flapjack, and Flapjack is talking about the Panderverse, which I enjoyed hearing about that shit. Not gonna lie, super famous fun time guys are fresh as fuck, other than being associated with M&E. I don't give a fuck about that. I really don't. They're not, as a matter of fact, they're not even affiliated with M&E. They're affiliated with LLE, and that's a different story. All right, so let's fucking go ahead and let's get into the DCG Con and Juggalo Weekend adventures. Now that that's the news. By the way, yeah, like I said, 426. Check that shit out. It's going to be in Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. So we got to talk about this. I ended up fucking starting off this is basically okay before DCG Con even fucking started, right? Before DCG Con even started, I ended up having to work my fucking shift. You know what? We're just gonna fucking switch back and forth. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to because I'm very limited on my fucking time off and shit like that. I've got to earn some ETO in order to try to even so much as make the gathering of the Juggalos, and I have to be on my P's and Q's in order to get all my free ETO. So I won't be able to make that, but I will be at the gathering of the Juggalos. So I will remind everybody of that. And if I fucking can't make it, I'm fucking calling in sick for 3 days. That's how it is for me. The gathering, I'm sorry, but not sorry. The gathering is a forefront for me. But anyways, let's get on to the story and talking about the adventures with DCG Con and everything. But nevertheless, Swills, I do appreciate the offer. So anywho, the day before DCG Con, I actually worked. I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to take my daughter to work. I was doing some other shit. You know, I had to I had to do some other shit, and then I actually had to go to my real fucking job. I worked my 8 hours, came home, changed into my shorts, fucking packed everything I needed to pack, which was very light, and then I was on the road. 3 hours in Michigan, fucking was a hellish snowstorm from Grand Rapids to fucking Ann Arbor. It was actually all of Michigan was bad. Like, I could barely see the fucking lines on the road, on the highway, from where I'm at right now in Grand Rapids, Michigan, all the way to Ann Arbor, Michigan. And then I head south, and from Ann Arbor, Michigan to fucking the Ohio borderline, I saw nothing. Nothing. And then after I crossed into Ohio, everything was fine. I drove and drove and drove and drove and drove, and then I finally get to Albany, New York, right? How my fucking Google Maps thought for a fucking second that this was the quick route is beyond me. And to be perfectly honest, I'm surprised that my fucking cruise control made it out alive because I had to drive through the fucking mountains. All the way through the fucking mountains, you know what I'm saying? Shut up, Colton Grundy. Ninja with a pencil is the homie. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, yeah, so I finally get through the mountains. I finally get to the one street that I need to get at. I get to the fucking hotel, and it's like fucking an hour past. I think it was like 5 o'clock. Like I was up for more than 24 hours. I was up for way more than 24 hours, bro. That was not fucking fun. Trust me. Having to drive that entire fucking time, but it was worth it. I got to the hotel. I got my shit booked. I went in, and the first thing I did after I sat down my shit. See, like, I didn't take 90 because I don't pay tolls. Fuck tolls. Toll roads can suck a dick. You know? Now, I ended up chilling with Megan Too Fresh for a little bit. She was staying at the fucking hotel and her homies and shit. Talked about video games. Of course I did. It's fucking me. And then I finally get my stuff into the hotel, and the first thing I did was I picked up my phone and I recorded this little Jamie Jam.
Yo, what up? I'm in Massachusetts. Where are you? You should be here. DCG Con 2025. Let's get our game on.
Yep. And the reason why I fucking did that was because of some dumb motherfucker trying to act like he's a fucking badass because for some reason his fucking show got canceled. Okay? Like, he wanted to talk about how much of a fucking loser I am, and I'm like, I'm in Massachusetts. What are you fucking doing? All right? And of course, I made this video. It was dual edition, okay? That video was literally dual edition. The reason, and what I mean by that is, yes, I'm basically promoting DCG Con on my own channel like I have been. I'm promoting the shit because I have an event. All right? I'm promoting the shit because I'm a fucking gaming nerd. And I want to see as many people come to DCG Con as humanly possible. I also wanted to fucking point out the fact that if I fucking post this shit, then some idiot fucking drunken loser is going to comment on my shit, which is exactly what fucking happened. What was the comment? Lame as usual, gay ass McCormick. So without skipping a beat, as soon as I saw that shit, I was like, that's why I'm here in Massachusetts and you're still waiting for a free ride from Frank Nitti. Simple as that. Haven't heard a fucking word since. Haven't heard a fucking word. And then after that, I ended up fucking, like, I was excited about being there. You know what I'm saying? I was excited about being there. I've been to every single DCG con. Under no circumstances was I going to miss this motherfucker. So I get some sleep. I fucking wake up the next morning. I go down to where the tickets are being sold. I see Jump Steady is trying to set shit up. I told him, hey, it's me. I was like, it's me. I don't know if I'm supposed to get like a fucking ticket or a fucking event badge or something like that. What's good with that? And so he was like, oh, okay. He hooked me up. I ended up getting a fucking wristband, which, yeah. So, like, I got the wristband. This is the wristband right here. So, and the fucking Hatchet Man, the Hatchet Man on the fucking band doesn't look like zombie shit. So there you go. Juggalo Weekend, DCG Con. This was basically the fucking pass. All right, now keep this in mind because I got that motherfucker. Not too far away, which was just basically right around the corner, was the merch booth. And so I'm fucking kicking it with people and I'm talking this shit. I'm talking that shit. I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a minute. Hold your horses, Swills. Oh, you didn't know who he was? Yeah, that's who he was. But anyways, yeah, so like going back to this one, look at my sexy face. All right. And you also notice like I'm wearing a different hat now. Right? So let's go to the next thing. So I'm fucking chilling. All right. I'm fucking chilling. Who the fuck shows up? Well, somebody that was in my chat the last episode that I fucking did. The homegirl Illegal fucking pops up. Her and her husband fucking come in. She gives me a big hug as promised. So I have to say thank you to Illegal for that. And so me and Illegal are standing in fucking line. I ended up buying a whole fuck ton of my merch, right? And she ended up going in line, right? Yep. Illegal, officially the fucking homie, and I fucking dig that shit. I love her. She's awesome. And her husband, I should say, her husband, who I'm still trying to figure out how to actually pronounce his fucking name correctly. Like, they had a fucking story. You know, how they met and all that other shit. It's all... There we go. So anyways, don't care. Like, she's the homie. But then I go and I'm in line for the merch and all of that other stuff. Dude, Illegal is a fucking legend in this fucking community, and I wish that she, among others, would definitely get some more fucking love. No cap. I definitely believe that she deserves a little bit more fucking credit than was given. But anyways, and that's just on the musical side. On the personal side, I consider her a good friend, and I love the fact that her fucking hubby watches my shit. And when she told me that, I'm like, are you fucking serious? And it's like the reason being is because he's Ecuadorian. His English is not necessarily the best. And I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know if you really want me to be your fucking sensei in linguistics, okay? Like I like English is my prominent fucking language, and I'm not even good at it. Like I don't know if you really want to hear try to learn from me phonetically. But he said that he watches me, he watches I think also Declan Delt, Fuck Your Feelings, and some other fucking people that are perusing around in the world of YouTube Juggalo community. But we're on the merch line, okay? Now there's three people that are behind the fucking merch booth. There's a black guy, a white chick, and she was pretty fucking hot, and then there was like a security guy who really wasn't doing fuck all, you know. But come on my show and say it. I go on Tuesdays and Fridays at 9. I would love for you to come join us someday. If I've got, a day off or something like that, definitely. And, unless it's, of course, I've got to fucking be in the chat. But you'll know it's me. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up fucking getting the hot chick to pick up all my fucking merch. You know what I'm saying? So let's go through the fucking merch. All right. First off, and this is the stuff that I got. First and foremost, I ended up getting the official Dark Carnival Games t-shirt. I got it in red. And then they also had it in blue. I got it in red and in blue. Oh, I appreciate it, Swills. On top of that, I also got the fucking hoodie. And on the back of the hoodie, it also says Dark Carnival Games. So I think the t-shirts were like $30. I think this is like 90. But nevertheless, this, you know what I'm saying? Wash it with my socks. Yeah, that was another thing too. Like after I dropped that shit off, I also ended up having to go to fucking Walmart and bought myself a fucking thing, like a pack of underwear, a pack of socks. It's something that I actually fucking learned. And no, I should wash those with the fucking towels that I have over at, that they give you over at the fucking hotel. So they got pink towels. On top of that, if you've also seen, I've also got this. Nope, that's not. But I've got this zip up hoodie. I got this hat. So I got DCG Con the fuck out. All right. And then on top of that, I also ended up buying the Insane Clown Posse Tunnel of Love t-shirt, and on the back it shows Juggalo Weekend at the Palladium in Worcester, Mass. So I definitely can say, at least, not only did I get DCG Con shit, but I also officially do have this. I would have probably gotten, because like there was also two other fucking there were two hockey jerseys that were there for Tunnel of Love. It was showed, Stinky Twicklepuss and the Maker of Love, respectively, Violent J and Shaggy Two Dope, or Shaggy Two Dope and Violent J, respectively. And I didn't get them, but it is what it is. And then they also had the cotton candy jersey, but it was a football jersey, and I'm not a football jersey guy. I'm a hockey jersey guy. So I got me this. I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet. Apparently this was on Psychopathic Vault. Oh, hey, what do you know? It also came with a fucking silica gel pack. I love hockey jerseys. Like I've been wanting hockey jerseys since like the early 2000s. And I never could afford them. I would always see juggalos wearing fucking hockey jerseys, and my broke ass can barely afford gas at the time, in like 2004. But now I've got adult money. I've got adult money and childish fucking habits. And so I ended up buying the fucking fresh ass. I'm pretty sure this is I'm very sure that this is like the glittery Beeman and 17 and fucking Hurricane of Diamonds hockey jersey, which I fucking was happy to see that they gave me in 5X, because apparently 4X doesn't exist. We have come into a timeline now where 4X doesn't exist. medium fat guys do not exist. You got skinny fat guys and fat guys, but not medium fat guys. And then you've got the morbidly obese motherfuckers that can't wear a 5X because they're Mr. Mackinhose. I'm not saying that to hate. I love Mackinhose. I just had to fucking give that a rip. You know, Mr. Mackinhose wears 6X motherfucking shirts and shit like that. Like, they ain't got no fucking deathly fat kid love. Now this is another one. This is the last fucking clothing that I fucking bought. Was also this. I was like, I had to get this, all right? For two reasons. One, I got roots in fucking Boston. My grandfather's from Boston, Massachusetts. May he rest in peace. So I have a little bit of Irish in me. You know that. And then on the back, it just says Insane Clown Posse with a little fucking Hatchet Man basketball logo on the back. How fucking fresh is that? The fucking Celtics like a motherfucker. Now, on top of that, like, I also ended up buying some other shit. I got me another copy of Into the Echo Side. I'm probably going to trade this with my ex because she has my other copy of Into the Echo Side, which also has the Oracle deck contained within it. And she doesn't like to play it with the Oracle deck. I just want it for collector's sake, you know? So I have this, and then on top of that, man, I'm going to have to move all of that stuff off the couch when I decide to sleep. On top of that, I ended up fucking seeing that they had, where the fuck is it? They had a brand new fucking Echo Side mat. And this is the only newest fucking thing that they have. Like, it seems like every DCG con they come out with a new mat. So they got this fucking mat. That mat looks fresh as shit. And I was like, is this the, you know, but when I came up to them, I was like, is this the only mat that you have? And they're like, yeah, it's the only mat that we have. Well, fuck. All right. Well, that's kind of lame because I knew that in the last DCG con, they at least had both fucking mats, but they don't here. So I guess fuck it, whatever. And I take off, you know, and then while I'm there, one of the guys from the Juggalo Yacht Club is trying to fucking buy one of the limited edition silver fucking Hatchet Man charms. So Bizarre 17 was there with me, and I wasn't sure if they could fucking duel up on different stuff because I wasn't planning on buying a charm. I'm not a fan of I was like, yeah, I'm a fan of fucking charms, but I wasn't planning on buying a charm. I'm more into fucking hockey jerseys right now. But homie from the fucking Juggalo Yacht Club wanted another charm, so he gives me his credit card, and the homie Bizarre 17 was fucking chilling with me at that time. So I give him the fucking credit card. He buys the fucking charm when it's his turn. And by the way, by this time I dropped my shit off, and then I came back later and I saw that Illegal was in line, so I fucking kicked it with her. We started talking about not even video games. Like, to be perfectly fucking frank, like we basically talked about fucking spirituality shit because that's something that both she and I are actually involved in, and politics, which usually is a very questionable thing to be talking about in public, but both of us actually fucking agree on politics. And then she ended up telling me the story about how she and her fucking husband met and everything was legal. So everything is fucking straight up dope. So she goes and fucking does her shit, and Bizarre 17, you know, she goes and buys her merch. Me and Bizarre 17 are sitting in the merch line. I'll admit, I cut. Because like fucking Illegal let me fucking cut. She was like, if I knew, you know, like if I knew that it would be we could be doing that shit, I'd have fucking done the same thing like when I was in front of the line. But I had to drop my shit off. I come back, I start talking to Illegal, and then I'm just in line, and no one's saying a fucking thing. So I'm like, whatever, because I had to get more stuff. I had to get Echo Side Fiend's fucking bag for Walking Home Wednesday. And then when I came back, they apparently had both of the other mats available. So I got those. And then Bizarre 17 hooked up my homie from the Juggalo Yacht Club on the fucking charm. And after that, it was, you know, it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. The biggest issue that I had with this entire fucking merch shit was the fact that it was supposed to open at 9 o'clock, and they started fucking doing things here. Let me see if I can. See, I'm gonna open up the timeline here, just so everybody can fucking see it. So yeah, like according to what this said, the events, like all the events in the Grand Ballroom for Into the Echo Side, Shangri-La, Texas Hold'em, they were all starting at 10 o'clock, but they were going to start it at 10:30 because of how long it was taking the merch booth guys to start their shit. It took them an hour and a half to get their shit started before they even allowed anybody to fucking start selling shit. And then one of the people, mainly the fucking hot chick that was behind the table, slow as fuck. Couldn't figure shit out. She wouldn't even fucking take the shit and boom, move the stuff up. She was weak, but it took her a minute and a half to actually get stuff going. At least she was super fucking hot. And that to me, I guess, is something that matters. So, that definitely washes off all of the fucking issues that anybody could possibly have with how slow she was fucking going. Anyways, so I bring this up because like I lost track of what the fuck I was doing. I did end up bumping into Jump Steady at some point, and he was telling me that they had an issue with the Super Nintendos that were supposed to be for the Mortal Kombat 2 tournament, because apparently, I guess, they ended up having an issue with the AV to HDMI cords that were going into the Nintendos, and so they weren't able to fucking play the Mortal Kombat 2 tournament. Instead, they ended up doing like Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart or some shit. One of the other things. Were the mats the only new things printed or reprinted for DCG Con? Other than bringing back DCG Con shirts like with the authentic logo, I think so. But they also ended up having a new mat for DCG, for Into the Echo Side. So no new board games, no expansions, nothing. Which was kind of fucking, like that kind of fucking sucked, I guess. So like I'm gonna basically put it to you this way: I don't fully remember a whole lot of shit that went on over here because of the fact that I was walking around. I think during the Juggalo Deal or No Deal, I hooked you up with a Tom Wood mat, but you gave it away. Yeah, all in the good. But yeah, like during a majority of this, I think after all of the merch stuff was said and done, Juggalo Deal or No Deal was going on, and me and Bizarre 17 checked out the fucking arcade area. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right, because the chick gave me 2 of them on accident, so I gave you the extra one. That's what it was. But yeah, so like after that, me and Bizarre 17 ended up playing Terminator 2 in the arcade area, which was like on the opposite side of the flavor area, right? And we played until we got to a point where, like in Terminator 2, where you're supposed to fucking fend off the fucking helicopter from John Connor and Sarah Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. And we couldn't get through that part, so I just said, fuck it. Yeah, that fucking goddamn helicopter. So basically, at some point, I just told him flat out, dude, I fucking give up. Like, I don't really, like, I really don't want to sit here and waste time. Like, we could have fucking gone through maybe $10 worth of fucking coins if it wasn't free play and the mini. But we were also having issues with the fucking sensor on the guns and shit because it was one of the one-up arcade joints and not an actual cabinet. It is what it is, though. However, there was some other shit that was actually pretty fucking cool. Right after that was the Ognographs, which I did see Bizarre 17, and I saw a couple of other homies that fucking popped up and shit. And this I thought was really cool, because I found out that there was like where the games library was. They had a bunch of different fucking board games, card games. There was even an extra Xbox 360 and a fucking Nintendo Mini. So take a wild guess what I fucking did. I fucking went down there. I went over there and I played video games, but I brought my own fucking controller because they had, like, I thought, okay, they probably just have the wired boys. And then I go over there, they had third-party wireless controllers, but it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same, doesn't have the same weight. The buttons are kind of fucking stingy, or they stick out farther than they should. It just doesn't feel right to use that kind of controller. I got my own controller, so I just had this in my back pocket the whole fucking time, playing the fucking video games. And then the autograph thing pops up, and I'm like, I know who's going to be at the autograph tent. It was going to be Mr. Happy, Jump Steady, Too Tough Tony, Danny Moe, Tom Wood, Lardy B, and Darby O'Trill. And it was free fucking artist autographs. So I was like, all right, let's go in line. And I'm fucking kicking it in line. I'm seeing a couple of other people. I ran into Beastmaster at some point. And so Beastmaster, I guess, was also in line. But I had everybody that was there fucking sign the NES controller. So you've got all the dudes sitting in the fucking back here, and then you've got Lardy B and Danny Moe. And Danny Moe wanted to actually, she was like, I'm signing around the NES, the Nintendo logo. And everybody was kind of like, I guess, perplexed at it, maybe. But like, it was fucking interesting as hell to see how people fucking reacted to it. Like, I literally just had them sign the shit just so I could see their reactions. And one of the reactions, actually I got two reactions, thanks to Instagram. So it's coming up here. If you haven't seen this on Instagram, so you've got this one, and then if you listen closely, hopefully you can hear what he's about to say. Right here. Yeah, there's me. I was just like, this is going to make your fucking day. And I throw it at him, and he grabs it, he goes, what the fuck? And I was like, yes, because that was the exact reaction that I wanted out of him. So, like, when I came up to him, you know, it was all love. Fucking, he's like, Crazy McCormick fucking gives me a dap, gives me love. Which, I love that fact, you know? So I was like, bro, this is going to fucking make your day. And I threw it at him. And he picks it up, he goes, what the fuck? I was like, yeah. He goes, okay, bet. And there's Illegal again. I saw her in line too. So I thought that was cool as fuck. I was like, man, that is the freshest fucking shit because I got that reaction. However, like, the next one I found, Lardy B.
When I heard that there was this meet and greet, I was like, oh, I gotta go up there.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting teary-eyed.
Yeah, that jersey that I was wearing in the in the Darby Ognograph video, that was actually a Hollow Wicked one. And it's funny because I saw somebody that was wearing a black one that was like the same fucking design, and I was like, yo, nice jersey, bro. He goes, you too. So this takes a minute. But yeah, here she is, fucking selling shit. Right here.
There you go,
I
baby.
think. Coming up.
The dudes are on the.
Yep, right there. So yeah, there's Lardy B now getting ready to sign my fucking NES controller. And I was like, and she's like, there's only one signature on the front. I said, yeah, Danny Moe's on the front and all the dudes are on the back. She goes, all the dudes are on the back, huh? I go, right?
Back, huh?
Right. So she's like, the dudes are on the back, right? And she's like, the dudes are on the back, huh? And I go, right. As you clearly fucking just heard. Say that, hear that again.
Perfect. The dudes are on the back, huh?
Right.
And then and I was like, so all the girls are now going to be signed on the front and all the dudes are in the back. She goes, the girls need to be in the front. And I was like, and the dudes are best in the back. So I like low key fucking hit on her. I was like, man, I had to fucking do that. So she signed the back and revealed she has a penis. No, she signed the front. She signed the front of that shit. Yep, the dudes are on the back and see, like, here's the front of the controller. You can clearly see it. Here, you know what? I'll do one better. Where the hell is my fucking mouse? See, right there. Boom. Yeah. I got that fucking nerd riz. All right. Fuck what you heard. I've been saying that I've had nerd riz for fucking 2 years now. And I've probably had it for even longer than that, and I never even realized it. But I had to feel like, I was like, man, I was thinking about that shit. If I have the opportunity, I am flirting with fucking Lardy B. Because I would totally fucking face fuck her. And so, and possibly have it on her OnlyFans. I don't know, because I don't fucking follow her OnlyFans. I did find out she has an OnlyFans, though. And she's like fucking doing the damn thing. But nevertheless, like, I was like, man, this right here, Nintendo, the ultimate in aphrodisiacs. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, I was like, after that, I don't even remember what was next. I think I just went back to fucking playing video games in the other area. You know what I'm saying? Actually, like, I went to go check out the tournaments, and I ended up kicking it with the people who were running the seminar theaters that were running the anime movies and the nerdy movies, and we just talked about whatever, you know. We were just talking about fucking video games and anime and movies and all that other shit. Like, me and some of the other workers in that general area kind of clicked, and I thought that was dope as fuck. You see her BH. No, that was about, other than the stage performance at the Palladium, that was pretty much all that I saw of her, was that area. But nevertheless, I was like, boom, that low key flirt boy, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I had to fucking do it. I was proud of that fucking moment. She was like, and she ended up creating the fucking setup, like, and didn't even realize it, where she was just like, women, you know, she's like, the girls need to be in the front. And I was like, and the dudes are best in the back. So that made her giggle. And that gave me a half a chub. Boom. Nerd Riz, fam. There's your hashtag right there. Fucking Nerd Riz. You don't understand Riz? Charisma, fam. God damn it, new generation stupid terms. You're too old? Dude, fucking charisma has been around since before AD&D, okay? But anyways, yeah, so like I ended up fucking kicking it with those dudes in the fucking video game and anime and nerdy seminar movie theater place. And after that I said fuck it. I was like, I really didn't feel like watching wrestling as much as I could have fucking gone to go watch wrestling. I just didn't. Instead, I ended up driving over to the fucking Palladium, and I found parking across the street. And then after that, like, I came in, and the show started about a half an hour late. Fucking got to see Darby, got to see Lardy, got to see Chris Calico, and ICP's Tunnel of Love show, which was a fantastic setup. The entire time that I was on the floor, basically holding it down, fucking being a wall in the pit. The coolest thing was there were some motherfuckers in that bitch that were putting it down hard. I have never in my life seen a fucking harder mosh pit than the one that was in Worcester. You East Coast New England Patriot motherfucking juggalos know how to kick motherfucking ass in the pit. Like, I had dudes fucking pushing against me hard, punching me in the chest. Thank God it was in the chest, not the face, because I have glasses and I'm a dork. And the one thing that I thought was the coolest out of all of it, like, eventually Church fucking showed up, and I saw Illegal in there at some point. Her hubby ended up fucking going to the pit. He was holding it down hard. Like, he was on some fucking hardcore Sagan Umo windmill kind of fucking mosh pitting. And King B of the Kings of Status was up in there too. King B, for as small a guy as he is, never fell down once, I believe. And he somehow was able to stay directly in the middle. I don't think he ever at one point came in with the vicinity of the bowl. He was directed in the fucking middle. And everybody was pushing it in hard. Like, a lot harder than I've ever fucking been in some, doing mosh pit shit. It was fun, nevertheless. Oh, Monster Jam should be coming to Grand Rapids soon. But yeah, so like the ICP's Tunnel of Love show is actually pretty dope. It started off with Cotton Candy. Obviously, for a Tunnel of Love show, like the Tunnel of Love is not an hour long. And I think they went over a little bit. Still, though, like they did a whole bunch of other stuff, not just the Tunnel of Love songs, because there were some songs that were in Tunnel of Love that I do not believe that they fucking did. They didn't do Ninja, but they did do some other fucking songs that were like mostly aimed towards the chicks, like they did Cherry Pie, and they did another love song, and they did some other fucking shit too. And there were some songs that they did that just didn't feel like it fit the vibe of Tunnel of Love, but it was pretty fucking dope nevertheless. I was not as fucking covered in Fago as I would have liked to be. However, as soon as I got there, I fucking stepped outside. It was fine. Got in my car, went back to the fucking hotel, and I fucking kicked it with a couple of juggalos. And at that point, I fucking called it a night. Going on down for the timeline to the next thing, like, I don't remember exactly what I fucking did for a good portion of this. Oh yeah, this I think was like that morning I ended up getting a message from Echo Side asking about whether or not I got the fucking Walking Home Wednesday package, and I was like, fuck, I forgot. And I grabbed it that day. They still had them available. At this point, I think it was like 10 a.m. They ended up having the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament. So I participated in that, and I lost. I did not fucking get that shit. So I wasn't necessarily happy about that stuff. But keeping in mind, I had plenty of time to fucking do shit until my event started at 3 o'clock. This is an old fucking thing. Like, this isn't the updated one, but it was relatively the same fucking shit, Now the Smash Brothers tournament, that's a different fucking story. I was like, man, I'm gonna fucking get in on some Smash Bros. And we had a good number of people, but here's the funny thing, and Bizarre 17, he knows this shit too. There were too many motherfucking people that were playing as Kirby, and I don't know how many times that there was Kirby on Kirby action going on with Super Smash Bros. But it was 1v1 on each screen, so you had 4 people fucking going up, 1v1 on one screen, 1v1 on the other. But at some point, there was like some Kirby on Kirby action. So Bizarre 17 was able to fucking make it through, and then eventually, like, I ended up making it to this. Let's see, I think my first round, I ended up playing some fucking kid. Like the third round, I think the first round I ended up playing, like the first or second round, I ended up playing some fucking kid, and both he and I believe, like I played as, I think I played as Link, and he tried to play as Kirby, and I just fucking like smoked the kid. No, no, I think it was either we were both playing as Kirby or me and Bizarre 17. Like we ended up having to face each other at one point, and both of us, I know for a fact it was both me and Bizarre 17 both playing as Kirby. And but like at one point, I ended up fucking having some deal. I think the kid ended up turning into a brick. This was like his last life. So it was like the kid turned into a fucking brick, and he tried to slam on me, and he couldn't figure out how to fucking turn himself back into regular Kirby. So he would just wait out the time before Kirby turned himself into regular Kirby automatically. And I wound up a fucking hammer and timed it right, smacked that kid right in the fucking mouth with a big fucking hammer. It was hammer time for that kid in the video game. And I ended up fucking getting through him. I got through Bizarre 17. And then so it's me and this other dude in the finals. And we both ended up playing as Samus, and I was like, as long as there's a good fucking stage that we can fight on, then I think I should be good. And we randomized the fucking shit because I felt like that was going to be the best option possible, to randomize the shit. Hold on a second, I'm just going to go ahead and full screen it again. I felt like it was good for us on an more even playing field, because both of us are playing as Samus, so we're both playing the same character. And I figured having an automatic fucking random stage was the most even thing that we could fucking do. So in my head, I'm like, as long as it's a good stage, I should be good. And then the stage opens up, it's fucking Super NES F-Zero. And the first thing I say out loud is, fuck. Because I know I'm fucked at this point. I'm not good at that stage. This dude fucking smoked me, and I think he was also sandbagging a little bit towards the end, just to try to give me a little bit of false hope. And eventually, I think he ended up getting the ultimate move, and he smashed me into oblivion. I won second place. And for my efforts, I myself ended up getting a fucking second place video games DCG Con charm. I'm very proud of that. And on top of that, like, everybody was very cool, everybody was very chill. It was GG's everywhere. So like everybody was shaking hands and fucking wishing everybody the best of luck. It was a very, very positive fucking feeling. And we were able to close this out like an hour early. So it's like 2 o'clock when everything is all said and done. I fucking run upstairs and I grab all of my stuff, which basically everything was in this box. All of my NES, both of my NES systems, all the wires, all the shit, everything, because at 3 o'clock, that shit was mine. And this I thought was like the wonder. Because the Nintendo World Championship for like the Juggalo NWC was coming in full effect. I start setting shit up. I start test running everything. I make sure that everything works. All of the wiring is set up. Everything is fine, fluffy, and fucking dandy. And as I'm checking everything, everything's test run, including like all of the fucking USB cords and everything. I make sure everything's running smoothly. And then Jump Steady comes in. I have a feeling like Jump Steady was worried that about my event. For one, because it's not his event, it's my event. It really doesn't have much to do, fuck all, with Psychopathic, other than the fact that it's a Juggalo that's running an event at a Psychopathic event. you know. And the funny thing too is like in the brochure, it actually says the Juggalo Nintendo World Championship was being run with a Super Nintendo. No, it wasn't. It was Nintendo. And he's like, "Oh, are you using the Nintendo Minis?" I was like, "Yep." He's like, "You've got 2 of them?" I said, "Yeah. I had to get a second one for this event," which I'm not really complaining about because I collect this shit. Well, but like not a whole lot of people really fucking know how much of, in the Juggalo community, not very many people really know how much of a collector I actually am. But now I have 2 of these motherfuckers. And I told him I bought it specifically to, for this event. I made damn sure that it's an authentic NES boy and everything. I made sure everything works, and I said on top of that, I hacked this shit so the only games that are on it are the games that are necessary for the event. Galaga, Super Mario, and Punch Out, as we discussed, which, by the way, all 3 games are native to this system. And I was pretty sure that he has one, but he, for some reason, didn't realize that Galaga was available on the regular Nintendo. He looks at the fucking screen as Galaga is displaying a demonstration on the TV. He's staring at it and he literally goes, "Man, I really wish that I could fucking be a part of this because I am a master at Galaga." And I was like, the 3 arcade cabinets next to the main stage really shows how much you and your brother love Galaga. He goes, he's like, "That's what I'm saying." Because there was literally 3 fucking arcade cabinets that had Galaga on it. There was one that was just Galaga. There was another one that, and then there were like 2 of them that were like the Miss Pac-Man Galaga combos. Or at least that was like the surrounding look of them. So like eventually the shit started at 3 o'clock. I had people doing practicing and stuff like that. People were interested. I had the tournament and the rules set up for 16 people, and it was going to be a 2-hour run time. However, I was expecting very little. I was expecting low. I had it planned for high. I was expecting low by like 3 or 4 fucking people. Eventually, I got 8 people fucking running in. And I made sure to let everybody know. I kept repeating myself the entire time what the rules are. I was like, you play Galaga to get 20,000 points. You hit the reset button, you move on to the next game, which is Mario Brothers. You beat World 1-1 and 1-2. Once you beat that, you hit reset, you move on to Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You beat Piston Honda from the very beginning. You just have to get the minor cup, which is the first 3 guys. And then I was like, "Does anybody have any questions?" And one guy's like, "Do you have to grab the flag at the end of Mario 1-2, or can you go through the pipe?" I was like, "I don't care if you grab the flag, go through pipe 2, pipe 3, pipe 4, or go to -1. As long as you fucking finish 1-2 in some way, shape, or form, I don't care." Just but like because of the amount of people that were there, I made it a rule that if at any point in time, so if you lose all your ships in Galaga, if you die all of your lives in Mario 1, which a lot of people were I was surprised that not very many people actually fucking did any one-up tricks or anything like that. Nobody really got any one-ups, and the ones that did flew through Mario 2 like it wasn't shit. But anyways, yeah, so like, that was the whole deal. So we ended up fucking going through, and I was like, if you lose all your lives in Mario, if you get a TKO at any time playing Punch Out, like it's done and done. Like if it was 16 people, I would have been like 1-hit kill. You got to get this in one fell swoop, you know? But because of the fact that there was only 8 people that were available, it was like, all right, cool. Like I'll give them the bone to, I'll throw them a bone to extend the lifespan of this gameplay. And the first round was pretty simple. There were a lot of people that really didn't know their shit, didn't take the time to fucking practice, or or anything like that. This is the one thing that I really am like adamant about when it concerns this type of shit. Like, I feel like what I need to do is I need to create a mailing list for anybody and everybody who has interest in the Nintendo, the Juggalo NWC tournament, and basically be like, all right, here's the games that I'm planning on for next year's DCG Con when the time comes, so that way they have the availability to download an emulator and play the game, or whatever the fuck that they got to do in order to fucking play the, practice their shit to figure out how they're going to fucking do it next time. So I think that's what I'm going to start. That's what I'm going to do. I think by the gathering of the Juggalos, I'm going to have a fucking mailing list that people can join, and that way I can tell them with a certain allotted amount of time what games are going to be available for DCG Con, because no one really knew except for what was in the brochure, and you didn't even get the fucking brochure until you got to DCG Con. You got your fucking wristband and all that other shit. And speaking of the wristband, I forgot to mention this. When I got to the Palladium at the show on Friday, I had my ticket in my email ready to be scanned, and all they said was, just show me your wristband. And I got in for free, basically. So I practically fucking wasted 200 and some bucks, $250 on digital tickets for a show that I was basically getting in for free. Oh well. They got their fucking money, buy or buy, I guess. But oh yeah, and on top of that, like, I spent a lot of time hanging out with Jess Jekyll and Bill Davis from Clockwork E, because he was there promoting Anubis, which was dope. But anyways, yeah, so definitely got to shout out Aaron and Justin for the finals and everything. Justin fucking killed it. Aaron, by the way, was one of my people that was in like, he went to DCG Con in Denver in 2018 for DCG 2, and he actually participated in the NES event then. He was very excited the fact that there was fucking Marble Madness in that bitch. And technically, I guess you could say he won first place, but because of what happened with the fights and all the other drama and bullshit that caused the con to get shut down, I wasn't able to give anything away. And I kind of just like gave up on the event. So with the fact that there was no fight that ended up breaking out in the middle of my show this time, I feel kind of vindicated. I feel very vindicated in the fact that I was able to fucking close this out. It felt like a chapter had closed when I did this. And on top of that, Aaron got second place this time around, and Justin ended up fucking winning, I believe. No, it was Pete. Pete fucking beat Aaron in the finals. So Aaron got second place. Dusty Pete got fucking Dirty Pete or Dusty Pete got fucking first place. And I saw him later on. Yep, it was Pete that won. Justin was in there. What up, Dustin Orndorff? Yep, Aaron and Pete were in the finals. Bizarre 17 also fucking kicked it in there. And there were some other fucking people that ended up fucking going. So I gotta fucking share this story. And I don't know. I feel like that this is a fucking story. After I got home from DCG Con, I ended up fucking hitting up Illegal, and I was like, I saw some Instagram stories that she was posting of her and her husband at DCG Con and everything, and I was like, oh boy, do I have a story for you. So if they're here and they're watching, make yourself known so that way you can fucking have a good laugh with me on this one. So after my event, the Juggalo Nintendo World Championship was done. I felt very good about that shit. And Aaron ended up fucking kicking it, and was telling me about how how he felt like this was a good closing, even though he didn't win. And by the way, everybody in that fucking room was very raucous and drunk, and I was pacing around fucking being like, all right, you just got 20,000, hit reset, go to Mario. Like I was telling everybody, I kept repeating myself when I was telling everybody about what the rules were. I let everybody know what was going on, what they had to do before they fucking died, and all this other stuff. I was also having to change rules on the fly in order to fucking try to be a decent fucking host and everything like that. Like, I was the host of hosts at that motherfucking event. My event. God damn it. I was a fucking host. And I was the host of hosts at fucking DCG Con. And nobody can tell me any different. So anyways, yeah, after my event was done, I unhooked all my shit. I threw it back into my fucking hotel room. I come back down and I start watching the second half of the Nedden game. And there was this very, very fucking attractive girl up on there, asking the questions. And I think I saw Shank as one of the male contestants to try to win the bitch's heart and everything. I saw Shank. Shank was fucking spurging out, like blinking heavy. He was fighting a fucking tism tick the entire fucking time, but he lost that fight at some point. Yes, it was Ivy. Now hold on. Now hold that thought, because like this I think is some cool fucking shit. All right. Not a whole lot of people really know about this story, but this is true shit. This is what happened. So, yep, Ivy Hayes. She's a fucking peach. Bless her heart. However, anyways, I'm watching this shit, and Shank gets fucking kicked off the stage. And so like we got like these other 4 contestant like, which I didn't even know who the fuck they were. And don't skip ahead if you already know the spoils, because I have to fucking say this in a specific way in order for it to be kind of funny. So anyways, yeah, so contestant number 1, he seemed like a very softy that was just like, I would give you hearts and roses and all this other shit, just basically being the fucking bottomer sub boy. And I was like, man, that dude's not gonna fucking win. Number 3 was kind of just eh. Number 4 was a dickhead, but he was also from Massachusetts, so I guess it evens out. Number 5, on the other hand, he looked like fucking Sagan Umo trying to fucking placate the fucking Juggalo crowd by wearing nothing but a bunch of fucking merch. He was wearing a fucking balaclava, and like he had a hard time fucking enunciating his words because he spoke broken English. And that should have been a fucking guess as to who the hell it was. But I was just watching and enjoying the moment. And so she ends up fucking picking her winner, and it was contestant number 5, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna fucking go back to my hotel room for a little bit and fucking chill, or I had to go do something. But then I walked past the concession stand because the winners of the fucking Nedden game won a world-class date to the concession stands with a $40 fucking gift certificate. And I see them and I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I walk past. I go do something. I don't remember what the fuck I was doing. But then when I come back, they started Juggalo Deal or No Deal. So I'm just sitting there. I'm watching the fucking show. I'm vaping. Now, keeping in mind, this is like an hour later, right? I think I had to drop something off or something. I don't fucking remember. I think I went back to go grab my Nintendo controller so I could play video games in the video game library or in the gaming library. I'm sitting there and I'm fucking vaping, and all of a sudden, Ivy shows up to my fucking left, and she's like, I was like, what? She goes, I didn't know that there were people doing that shit so freely. I was like, what, vaping? Yeah, at first I was a little bit skittish, but eventually I just said, fuck it, what the fuck ever. Right? And so she pulls hers out. She's got a fucking dab pen. So yeah, she's got a fucking dab pen, and I was like, oh no, this is just regular vape. It's not weed. It's not dabs. It's not fucking wax. It's not anything like that. It's just regular vape. She goes, oh. I was like, that I think you might get kicked out for. And then I looked again, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. Aren't you the fucking chick that was just on the Nedden game? She goes, yeah. And I was like, where's your prize? What happened to the guy you picked? She goes, I think I picked the wrong guy. I was like, really? What fucking happened? She's like, so you know how we were supposed to go to the concession booth, right? The concession stand for free food and shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I saw you guys there. She's like, well, I asked him if he wanted a burger or chicken, you know, because trust me when I say this, at the concession stands, and keeping in mind, I'm in Massachusetts, right? Hot chicken was available at the fucking concession stands. So when I found out that there was hot chicken tenders, I was like, I have to get me some hot chicken. I'm in Massachusetts. I'm not too far away from Worcester. Hot chicken. So anyways, back to what I was talking about. She ends up fucking telling me, shut up, Halloween All Year Entertainment. I'm getting there. Exactly when I go, hot chicken. So she ends up fucking saying that, you know, she was like, do you want a burger? You want some chicken, fries, anything like that? He's like, I don't eat any of this stuff. She's like, wait, what? You don't? Like she did. Apparently he was vegan, so like he wasn't able to eat any of the stuff that was there. She's like, what about the candy? You want Kit Kat bar, Snickers, something, anything? I don't eat any of this stuff. I'm sorry. All right, fine. Then we don't have to eat. You want to go play a board game? He had no interest. So I guess she just ended it then and there. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. You want to go play a game? We'll go play a fucking game right now. She goes, really? I was like, yeah, the game library right over there. Like, she's like, aren't you watching this? I was like, fuck this shit. You need a date. Like, I was like, fuck this shit. You know, like you and your date didn't work out. I'll be your date. So it was like, okay, it is what it is. I'm getting there, Bizarre. So I fucking go, you know, so I go over there and, you know, like I go over to the game library with her. I was like, originally I was going to play fucking Nintendo, but like, screw that shit. Like I'm a one player guy. So like, instead let's play something else. So I was like, do you have any interest in, like, what would you like to play? She goes, you pick. I was like, all right. So I'm looking through and I find Exploding Kittens. I was like, my daughter plays this game. Like, let's play this. I've never played this before. And she goes, I don't want to see kittens exploding. I was like, it's just a card game. It's not real. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just fucking cartoon. It's just like cartoon draws and stuff like that. And the guy said, have you ever fucking played this before? And I said, no. He's like, it's basically Old Maid. All right, I got you. So so we sit down, we unwrap the fucking game, and I'm shuffling the cards and stuff like that as I'm reading the fucking rules and everything. So we start playing. And as time has gone by, like it went from us playing the fucking game and I'm asking her questions about herself. She's answering, she's asking questions about me. So we're vibing, we're relating, we're talking and all that other shit. Like I felt really good about myself. And so like we're talking about each other, like we're talking about ourselves to each other, we're talking about our kids. Eventually it gets to a point where we're having a fucking conversation so fucking deep that we're not even playing the fucking card game anymore. We lose complete track of time, and before we know it, it's 9 o'clock. We should be fucking getting ready to go to the show. And one of her friends appeared out of nowhere that she was staying with there. And so like they decided that they were gonna leave around 9:30, which is like right after Tierra Diaz fucking got off stage. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to do the same thing, you know. It's cool, you know. Fuck this game. We're not playing it anyways. Like I really enjoyed the the time that we spent and all that other shit. And I gave her a big hug, and then after that we kind of parted ways. And I felt very good about that shit. So I fucking go back to my room, which is weird because like she's fucking heading to her room and it looks like I'm fucking stalking her. So I felt weird about that shit. But then I just walked back past my shit. I felt really cool about that. And then when I got into the fucking hotel room, I was, like I fucking switch out into the clothes that I was wearing at the show the night before because like I'm not gonna have too much fucking Fago soaked clothes. Fuck it. Besides, all the other shit was dry. I'd fucking go to my car. It's fucking a blizzard. I drive all the way to the Palladium. I miss Whitney Payton. Like, I get in just as Whitney Payton is getting ready to go. It's like in the middle of their shit. I fucking get in. I find a spot. I run into the homie Post Strategic. He's recording his shit. This time the Palladium is so fucking packed. The pit is full. I can't get into the pit. I bump into Jess Jekyll and Bill Davis again, kicking it with them. I did bump into Ivy a second time. I poked her in the shoulder, and I said what up to her again. I was like, fancy seeing you here, which I thought was fucking cool. And then all of that shit, like I ended up fucking telling Beastmaster when I came across him. I told Jess Jekyll. The first person I told the story to was Jess Jekyll. And she goes, "Do you even know who the guy in the mask was?" I was like, "Not a clue." She goes, "That was Illegal's husband." I was like, "No one," and I was like, "No wonder why he kind of blew her off." She was like, "Here's the funny thing. It was Illegal's idea that he fucking do it. I guess not thinking for a second that he was going to end up being picked. And he ended up being picked because his answer to questions was basically like, anything you want, I do. Thinking that he was going to lose. But like, dude, you got to play the player, not play the game. Like, if you wanted to lose, you should have just been an absolute fucking dickhead. That's what number 4 was doing. I think if she picked, I think if Illegal's husband was a little bit of an asshole, which in all honesty, I've met, like I sat there and I kicked it with him. I don't think he has a single asshole bone in his body. He is such a fucking sweet dude and a fucking gentleman. And I feel like, honestly, he's a perfect fit for Illegal. Like, on the real, like they fucking vibe really good together. Like, there is an energy there between the two of them, and you can literally feel it. However, like, it was her idea to fucking have him be a part of that fucking show, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense why he fucking blew her off. And then I told Beastmaster, and he's just like, yeah, he didn't eat any of that shit because he's fucking vegan. I was like, that makes a lot more sense now, too. So I've got a lot of this information now. It's good to know this fucking information. And I actually wanted to tell this to Illegal when I was like, oh boy, do I have a story for you. Because 2 hours of that girl's time belongs to me now. So I connected with Ivy, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, during the conversation that me and Ivy had while we were playing Exploding Kittens, I was like, I thought you looked familiar. You were the hot chick on the fucking unicycle rapping at the Miss Juggalette pageant at last year's gathering, weren't you? And she goes, I'm the same person. I was like, that's fucking fantastic. Personally, I think that I told her I personally felt like that she should have been a better chance in the fucking running, because I felt like that there is more talent in rapping or riding a fucking unicycle, rather than being like, here's my talent and fucking strip asshole naked. I mean, yeah, the chick who's Miss Juggalette right now, very good looking woman, but if that's your fucking best talent, yeah, sorry, not sorry, Juggalette Barbie. No disrespect, but I'm just saying, it's just not my fucking cup of tea. I would rather fucking kick it with a chick who can ride a fucking unicycle. I'm just saying. But anyways, yeah, so like we ended up fucking seeing the Ouija Max show, and then I'm hanging out with Nordy, doing shit with Insane Clown Posse. Which, by the way, if you go to his channel, Post Strategic 5, you can see video footage of both ICP shows, the Ouija Mac concert, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I think also Whitney Payton and Darby and Lardy. So you'll be able to see a lot of stuff on his phone being held by a goddamn gimbal. And we get back, like that was basically the shit. I didn't get as fucking wet as I would have liked to. However, it was really cool as fuck because I'm gonna tell you this. This is the honest shit. I like to look around and check my surroundings, and when I'm in a new, just to see how many people are there. If I recognize people, I like to look. If I'm at a new spot, I like to look at the aesthetics of the building, and the inside of the Palladium is beautiful. All right, I thought that was actually really fucking wonderful to see the inside of that place. And I'm also looking around to see a whole bunch of juggalos and shit. I saw Church again. He was in the pit, and I wasn't able to fucking get down to the pit. I was hanging out with Nordy, hanging out with Beastmaster. I saw like three or four different ninjas that participated in my tournament, and we all gave each other nothing but love. It was cool. Fucking not only like one of them remembered me, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Gamer Guy!" And I'm like, "Hey, what up?" I give her a hug. Her husband's there. I give him a hug. It was all love. And then I turn around and I see somebody that is also part of the YouTube Juggalo community that has their own fucking podcast, chilling in the VIP lounge as if he was looking at me, thinking to himself, I have the higher ground. You plebs. Mozzarella sticks are for poor people. With his flowing green hair. So I just saw that shit and I was just like, you know what? That's nice. Sitting in there because, like, I know more motherfuckers who have been down longer and harder that are not in VIP section, middle-aged like myself, bad knees, bad back, bad attitudes, and we're fucking kicking it harder in this fucking Palladium. Motherfuckers that are from outside of Massachusetts, outside of Rhode Island, outside of Connecticut and Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine. And we're putting it down in this bitch. Harder than you. Way fucking harder than you. You know what I'm saying? While you're sitting there cushioned up in a fucking VIP section. Fuck yo couch, nigga. Fuck yo couch. All right. I'm just going to stand in the stepping area right next to the filming area where the PA system is, getting soaked and fucking kicking it with people that old and new, people that I have met over the years and people that I had just met today, and having the time of my fucking life. And I know for a fact that homie that I was talking about saw that shit and was glaring. I could feel the glare surrounding the glow. And I had a blast. You know exactly who I'm fucking talking about, Bizarre, but this time don't name names. Just, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. Somebody who sees me as a figure that I was 13 fucking years ago because of some bullshit that they heard on the internet. You know? I could feel the glares of glaring, but you know what? I had the fucking glow. So, who in this situation do you think was Bruce Leroy? Show Nuff was not the master that night. I don't care what level of VIP couch shit he was sitting on. Hell, the people that were sitting in the couch standing right next to me had more fucking clout. Because they were fucking they were fucking kicking it too. And I loved every single second of it. The entire time that ICP was on stage performing, I was loving it. I've already got a fucking bad throat, like a sore throat and a tickle in my throat from singing every lyric to every ICP song that was available for the Tunnel of Love show, and I'm still fucking kicking it. I'm still fucking rapping every fucking line that I can remember in the hopes that I'm coinciding with whatever mumbo jumbo that Violent J is fucking spitting because he can't remember one version of a song from the next. You know, it's like when he sings fucking Piggy Pie or the Nedden Game, they always fuck up the lyrics because it's always mixing between the fucking original recipe and the actual release. But you know, it is what it is, you know, and I had a fucking blast and I loved it. And it was just, and then like one of them was fucking drunk off his ass and he was just like, "Hey, crazy gamer guy, I fucking love you." It was just like, "All right, homie, much love to you, bro. It's all in the good." I fucking dug the shit out of it. And then at least the fucking snowstorms stopped at the end of it all. The snowstorm finally dissipated, but they didn't fucking plow at all. So once again, it's like being in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and everybody's going like 10, 15 miles an hour, and I'm just like 35 down the fucking road. I'm going 35 down the fucking road as I get the hell out of there. It took me a half an hour to get the hell out of the parking area because there were so many people that were parked in that parking spot. But as soon as I got back on the fucking road, I got on the highway. Highway was fine. I was going like 55 and a 65. I get off the highway and I start going through the main road back to Sturbridge where I'm staying at the hotel. And everybody's going 15 miles per hour and that shit. And I thought it was funny as hell because I'm just blasting past everybody. You can't see the lanes. You can't see shit. There's fucking construction on the roads, and I'm just blasting past motherfuckers. And I thought that was hilarious as fuck. I finally stop at a gas station to get something to eat because for some reason Sturbridge closes at night. Even though they got a McDonald's that should be open 24 hours a day. And I decided to get me some rock gut fucking egg salad sandwiches. And amongst some other things, like I ended up getting myself a Danish and some cookies and some other stuff. And I came across the same guy that I played Smash Brothers against in the finals. And so he and I were, you know, giving each other daps. And he was complaining about the weather. I'm like, "Dude, I'm from the Midwest. I'm used to this shit." And he's like, "Yeah." And then there's me and my Florida ass. And we fucking gave each other a dap. And he fucking went on his merry way. I went back to the hotel. And I fucking slept. You know, I went to bed. I fucking woke up, got out. And I fucking took the drive back home. And so by the time I got gas station egg salad, you're brave. Bro, I eat this shit almost daily at work. So and I've got practically a fucking cast iron stomach. I can eat just about anything. As long as it tastes good, and I like egg salad. Nevertheless, though, I ended up fucking taking off. It was like 11ish. I got out. I actually left at like 10:30 in the morning, and I did on Sunday. I didn't get back home until fucking Monday, I think, at 3 in the morning. And it was a faster drive back home than it was getting to DCG Con. And I think the reason being is because like I ended up going down 84 and I went through Waterbury and Danbury, Connecticut. I went through a little bit of New York and most of it was Pennsylvania. It was a snowstorm all the way. It was an ice storm throughout that area until I got to till I got through like halfway through Connecticut. And then after that, it was fine until I got halfway into Pennsylvania. Then it was raining and then it was getting cold. So the ice started to form over the mountains. And then after that, it was fine when I got to Ohio. And then halfway through Ohio, I ended up, it started to fucking snow again. So, by the way, I got home safe, obviously, and then the first thing I did was I went back to sleep. However, yeah, I went to sleep and then I went back to work. So keep that in mind. I worked my ass off to fucking like I worked my ass off and then drove to DCG Con. And then I came home after DCG Con, took a little nap, and went right back to work. Didn't take a single day off. Now I wanted to add something else too because like I thought that this was fucking great. Being the fact that I was around Illegal, and seeing her at the last episode that I fucking did, hanging out with her a little bit at DCG Con, and you know, meeting her husband and knowing that they're fans of the show and everything like that, which MAGA, by the way. Um, yeah, I'd say that goes without saying. I decided to take a little fucking Wayback Machine. I decided, yeah, and what I mean by that is like I went back to 2010 on the way home from DCG Con. I'm pretty much just like, okay, let's see what Illegal has in music. So I listened to her album, The Grass is Greener, because to be perfectly honest, I'll admit this to you. I'll admit this to all of you guys. I've known who Illegal is for a while. I've known her by name, and it's like a lot of people in this fucking Juggalo world that I know by name, but I barely know by the music that they fucking give. Because for the longest time, if it wasn't fucking psychopathic, I didn't give a shit. I'll admit that. So I know, so I've always known about Illegal. I've known that she was a name and a figurehead in the Juggalo community, but I never really listened to her music. So I decided to listen to her album, The Grass is Greener. And so I listened to that all the way through. And I dug it. But then as soon as I get into Ohio, another name popped up in my fucking head. This one, I thought it was interesting because it ties in with Illegal, especially during that time. Who specifically is it that I'm talking about? Yeah, you probably may or may not remember Tally Demon. So I'm listening to Tally Demon on the way home, right as I get into Ohio. Now, this I thought was interesting because I've, once again, never listened to Tally Demon. Ever. I've known about her forever. And it wasn't because of things that, like, I've known her because her name fucking spread out. And I was like, and I've seen pictures like this of her in this exact pose and everything. Tally Demon's a fucking figurehead in the Juggalo community. However, I never fucking really realized why. So I decided to look her up on YouTube Music. And it's funny as hell because her fucking first album is called Nights into Dreams. And because it came out in like 2004, 2005, like keeping in mind that's her solo album, right? Tally Demon, Nights into Dreams. And I thought that was interesting, you know, and keeping in mind, of course, like during the time frame, like everything cool has to end with the letter Z, right? Especially if it's pluralized. So nights ending with a Z, into dreams, dreams ending with a Z, you know, edgy. That's just how it was back in the day. But I couldn't fucking resist listening to it because I was like, I've never really given Tally Demon a fucking chance. And so I decided to fucking listen to it, and I was amazed. Absolutely fucking amazed at some of the shit that I fucking heard. Long story short, I guess I could say Tally Demon is a fucking genius. And I'm only looking at my phone right now because I have to tell you guys this. And by the way, I could give a fuck less if you want to say negative things about Tally Demon. Tally Demon is a fucking genius. In my book. All right. Now, anybody who wants to fucking share that with her, that I said that she's a fucking genius, go right the fuck ahead. The reason why I say this, the reason why I say this is because the linguistics, her style sounds very fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony-ish, which I dig. And then on top of that, a lot of the fucking references that she puts in her music, video game shit. You can clearly tell that she's a fan of Sega Genesis. If the fucking tattoo of the Sega logo on her wrist does not give it away, I don't know what will. But also, being the fact that I'm a fucking gamer, I have to fucking share with you guys the fact that I understand a lot of these fucking references. Nights into Dreams meet Nights into fucking Dreams for the Sega Saturn. And then there's Night's Journey into Dreams for the fucking Nintendo Wii, which is a sequel, right? But then that album came out in 2005. Very, very good album. I thought it was pretty solid. The same thing with her second album, Astrologically Incorrect, which, by the way, I believe Astrologically Incorrect was supposed to be the album that would have been put out on Hatchet House had she still been signed. But according to what I read on Hatchetpedia, what had happened was that she ended up being the first female ever signed to anything that's related to Psychopathic, right? They wanted her to use Mikey Clark as a producer. She wanted her own producer, Special K. And there was some arguments between her and Billy Bill as to what was going on. There was creative differences, maybe some stifling on her work and all of that. And they ended up fucking letting her go. I guess it was an amicable thing. There was a period of time where Tally Demon was hating on Psychopathic. But I don't know if it's true or not, whether or not the beef has been subsided. If time has healed those wounds, I'm not sure, but I thought it was actually pretty fucking dope to see some of these, to see how this fucking history went down. And Astrologically Incorrect came out in 2010. That I assume would have been the album that would have come out in fucking 2007, 2008 while she was signed to Hatchet House if there wasn't a problem. Unfortunately, there was, and it is what it is. But one of the other things that I thought was really cool, seeing some of these features and some of the references that were on there. So one of the things that I thought was cool, she did a song with Killa C, which Killa C is another fucking name in the Juggalo world. However, Killa C, I guess, ended up fucking becoming a born-again Christian. He's nearly completely erased everything that has fucking happened in his history as Killa C. He doesn't want anything to do with it anymore. And then also, there is a song that she did with Illegal called "Rolling with His Balls Out," and and the song is actually funny to me because like it basically says that they as female artists are sick and tired of dudes in the audience basically fucking chanting "Show your tits" and being fucking complete pigs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a complete fucking pig, but still, nevertheless. But another one of the things that I saw that was in video game reference. Another thing that I saw that was in video game reference, she has a song called General Celeste, which I know the game that she was referring to is Final Fantasy VI for the Super Nintendo. So General Celeste is a main character, but she doesn't really know what love is. And I was listening to this shit, and it's cool because even in the song there is a sample from Final Fantasy VI music that she uses as the beat. I was like, this is fucking awesome. So I guess in that song she's kind of referring to herself as General Celeste. I was like, all right, that's something I fuck with. I'm down for that. Um, so and like as I'm driving on the way home, you hate her by how she's standing, dude. That was like the fucking way to do it back in the day. Like that was the pose. Not to mention, take a look at what she's wearing. It's very fucking like it reminds me very much of like Lita and shit. Like this is an alt girl to the fucking core. So hate on it all you want, but Tally Demon was fucking dope. I remember seeing her pictures of her in poses like this. Uh, but yeah, like as I'm listening to that song, I'm in my head fucking as I'm listening to the song, joking around, being like, I should make a response to this song and fucking call it Treasure Hunter Lot Cole. So if you understand that fucking reference, then you know. And if you don't, Google it. Now, this is another thing too. She had one final album that came out about 10 or 11 years ago called Inspire Greatness. All girls all day, fam. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, like, there's one song that she did that, like, this is another one of those things where I was talking about, where it's like she uses video games as references and inspiration for her fucking music and her lyricism. And one of the things that unfortunately I don't have a fucking copy of to make this reference, she has a song out called Kid Chameleon. Yes, there's a fucking video game called Kid Chameleon, which I do not own a fucking copy of. However, there is one where she has a song called Combat, which I also have Combat for the Atari. But then again, anybody who has an Atari who doesn't have fucking Combat, it was practically a pack-in title. Now, the next one that she had was a song called Dark Saul. And Dark Saul is in reference to the main villain in Shining Force. So Shining Force 2, and recently I did look her up on Facebook, and she had something where she used to have a website called the Shining Final Fantasy Force like it was like sffc.com or something like that. So it was like, yeah, Shining Final Fantasy Force, like that was like a fucking gamer group that she had created a long time back in the day. And I saw that she had posted a picture saying that she was playing Shining Force on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, but she was only playing the American version. I have the Japanese version in all three fucking scenarios. But that doesn't really say as to whether or not she also has that. And on top of that, by the way, I think I've made it a goal for myself. By the end of the year, I need to get a Sega CD and Shining Force CD. So there's all of that. Do I have an original copy of Skate or Die or River City Ransom? Yes, I do. Both. I have copies of both. Now, the last two things, she has a song called Damn Fine Day, where the hook actually is her fucking saying oodalali, what a damn fine day, which obviously that comes from Disney's Robin Hood. There's not a video game for that. I'm just putting that out there. But the last song that she had that was like a video game reference was the song the track entitled Leon, which Leon could be one of two things. Which I forgot to grab the last fucking shit. Okay, so Leon could be in reference to Leon in Final Fantasy II for the regular Famicom, which in that game, basically, like, Leon is part of the main character. Like, Leon is part of the main team. However, like, early on in the game, he is missing, and you end up having to find him. Later on, you find out that he had lost his memory and became a fucking villain. The other reference, in all honesty, has to do with Kingdom Hearts, which Leon is actually Squall Leonhart, or Squall Lionheart, and he calls himself Leon in the Kingdom Hearts series. So that was the only thing that I wasn't 100% sure of. Now I will admit, and I don't care, because I know that there are people in here who don't like me, and will probably try to use this against me in some way, shape, or form, and fail miserably, because I literally don't care. The fact that I ended up listening to Dark Soul, and I fucking cried my eyes out. Why, I don't know. It's just something that fucking hit me and made me start to weep. Now, we're not going to listen to that, but I do have some fucking shit on here queued up that would be able to watch. So we've got, yeah, and I love that. Like, that was when I realized, okay, not only do I find Tally Demon to be incredibly gifted in music, and I wish that she did more in fucking music, because let's be honest here, she would still be relevant doing music now because of her style, her flow, like her lyricism, the beats that she fucking used, the video game references. Like, dude, I swear to God, like, she e-girled before fucking Avril Lavigne e-girled. And, like, she's got this whole Lita aesthetic, and it's fucking awesome. See, like, the way I look at it, I looked at it and I was just like, she's talented, she's smart, she's funny, she's beautiful. And it's a good fucking thing that I didn't fucking get into the music when I could have 15 fucking years, like 20 fucking years ago, I should say. 20 years ago, if like 22-year-old me got into fucking Tally Demon shit, well, for one, I would have probably hated on it a little bit, because like I was very masochistic in my fucking 20s, and like, chicks can't fucking rap or something to that effect. But even if it hit me then, I would have been a full-blown fucking stalker. No cap. I would have fucking stalked the shit out of her. But looking at it now, in the mindset that I have now with Tally Demon, I can really respect her fucking art. And I decided to actually take a look at her Facebook, and she looks to me just as good as she does in this fucking picture 20 years later, you know? You want to see some fucking you want to see some MySpace era fucking music video shit that she fucking did? I'll use this as a fucking example towards what the fuck it is that I'm talking about. So we'll just react to one of her fucking music videos. Yeah, I don't care if you say yes or no, we're gonna do it anyways. Did I not say that she was smoking hot? This is very fucking MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe that, yeah, I don't know who did the fucking beat. I think it was Special K, like her original producer. But she did say that there are some songs that are on here that she did do while she was signed to Hatchet House, but they never fucking came out until that album.
Too much time was put into this rhyme. Too much lime was put into my light, and I can't see my own reflection anymore. I was climbing the stairs, I missed some steps and hit the floor, and while I'm tumbling and rolling, all I can do is expect
see what I'm saying?
the worst, but pray for the best and nothing less. Can you feel the fire? Could your breast stress up just a bit higher? 'Cause I'm a cry, let me weep to this. Too much.
Like, keeping in mind, this is definitely fucking MySpace shit. And she's from Ohio, so I don't know. Like, I can't really fucking forward an accent to this. And is it just me, or is this like, okay, like every shot that she has where it's like a different fucking day that she shot these at? It's almost as if like she's a completely different person in every different frame. You know what I'm saying?
Power bestowed on shitty people, petty problems, petty purpose, path effectual evil within this me. Never slow, look at Kevin, yo, we broke, trying to make a decent living off what we were given, but it's a joke and a scam, and die when I rap of it again. My other life is this just crashing like an avalanche. Who I am, how I rap, what I write, fuck all that. Nothing mattered to you in the end, I thought you had my back. Take me where the sun rises.
Like, I love this fucking shit. I love this. So like that is one of the things that, like, this doesn't even fucking touch. Dude, you can still listen to it. Like, honestly, like, this doesn't even touch the talent that she has. Like, at all. Like, this is mid in comparison to some of the other stuff that I've heard. Dude, start following her. Subscribe to her on fucking YouTube, bro. Like, this chick fucking kills the mic. And I guess recently, like in the last couple of days, on her Facebook fucking public figure page, she did say that she found herself fucking writing again, and she doesn't really know how to feel about that. I'm just like, I'm all for it. I just got finished bumping all 3 of her solo albums, and I want more. Like, I feel like it's time. It's time for fucking Tally Demon to come back. Now, during the time that she was still kind of like in a fucking tizzy with Psychopathic and Hatchet House and stuff because of the way that she was handled, or mishandled, I should say. She did find out about when they signed Becky and everything, and she basically fucking warned Blase Rose that if she is going, like, before she signs anything, she needs to get a fucking music lawyer. And I don't think she ever did. You know? But it was like, okay, look, we've got another chick that's being signed to Psychopathic in some way, shape, or form. And, you know, Tally Demon, who possibly didn't know anything about fuck all when it concerned Blase Rose, but then again, nobody did, was basically just being like, this is what I'm hearing, you know, looking out for her before everybody found out that she was deemed unmanageable. But like I said, you know, like, this shit right here, so much fucking, like, to me, I find, like, the way that she fucking raps is genius. It's very much just one chick doing everything that Bone Thugs can do. And there's also a fucking song in here somewhere where she did do something with Busy Bone. I'm not sure what track it was, but I know that there's one that she did with Busy Bone. But yeah, Tally is the shit. Like, hands down. I was like, man, I'm surprised that I fucking didn't like scope this out earlier.
Too much spoken in me, I scare the people away. And they don't wanna hear me run my mouth cause I'm a lady. Okay, mayday, go press now, I want on text. Tell them Tally jumped up off the tower, now she on a power trip. I'm tripping out and I can't get a grip off this. Everything I did seemed right, but now it's wrong and I can't handle it. Wanna step to this, wanna battle this bitch, beat your face with the mic and never forget the white chick would never do. Spin like a demon dude, I don't give a fuck, hey, flow, bring your whole crew. And let me show you what to do when I get wicked and rowdy. I need no gimmick to party, I'm just a little bit snotty, but I'm not sorry, that's how I'm with the middle class. I know some corny white rapper bitch uses music's trash. It's not.
Yeah, see, she's got a body and she knows it. But here's the thing, though. This is the one thing that I love the most about Tally Demon, which makes her an absolute breath of fresh air. Okay? She's beautiful and she can flaunt it, but she doesn't have to fucking be an OnlyFans hoe. Right? She doesn't have to fucking use her beauty or the simp factor in order to move anywhere in the music industry. If anything, like, this is a rumor that I heard when I first heard about Tally Demon being signed to Hatchet House. I heard somewhere, and I'm not sure, I'm not saying that this is true. This is just a legend. You know? I would allege that one of the other problems was the fact that her being female signed to fucking Hatchet House. I get the feeling that, knowing Joe Bruce the way we know Joe Bruce, he probably was trying to fuck her at some point, and she turned him down, and then that's when shit started to become somewhat of a problem. You know? But, like, no, I'm gonna talk shit about OnlyFans models all fucking day. Because, like, what value do they have? This chick here is showing absolute fucking value in her work. And I feel like this is a little bit more fucking credible. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have face paint. She doesn't need face paint. Everything about her fucking holds her weight in gold. And on top of that, I'm also going to say this. On top of all of that, she doesn't have to cater to just the Juggalo scene. Like, I'm listening to this shit that she's fucking rapping about, and it's not fucking, you know, stabby, stabby, kill, kill, like, nonstop, you know? It's not placating to the Juggalos. She has the capability and the means to be able to step outside of the fucking Juggalo world. But the one thing that I will give her credit where credit is due is the fact that she is able to keep herself in the underground and not trying to take a step up by sacrificing her morals and selling out. And that, to me, is fucking absolutely credible. If anything, I'm trying to I know that it's probably late, and she, amongst other people, kind of, I guess for lack of a better term, have fallen off, in a sense. But this is a fucking time capsule in history that we can always go back to, and maybe, just maybe, it could reinvigorate her entire career. Because I feel like talent like this should not, under any circumstances, be stagnant. If anything, she's working right. If she's working on anything right now, I hope to fucking God that she comes out with something. I want to see more. I want to see Tally Demon make a fucking comeback. Even though she's my age. You know, like, she's my age, but she could still fucking come back and do shit. With talent like this, I could see, like, she should come back and show the fucking corny ass fucking trap rapping juggalettes out there how it's fucking done. See, look at her. Like, I love the fact, like, this is definitely fucking, like, e-girl personification. And I fucking absolutely love it. And, like, swear to God, like, I don't know, you know, I might still stalk her, I don't know. So a lot of the clips that they're showing on here is like when she was in her group rehab. It was like her and 3 homies and shit. Which, by the way, okay, you know, that's repeating itself. Which, by the way, like, in 2004, Group Rehab ended up winning the fucking MC contest at the Gathering of the Juggalos. Here, I'll show you this. I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna fast forward to where she was at. So she did, like, she has a good way to mix, like, hip hop and pop together. Right here.
the top.
Watch this.
No, I'm not. Bitch girl. Let me stop the murderer. And my boys are too. We taking it bad and blizzing it up. What the fuck you think we're crazy to? All I can do is do for the crew. The crew on my back and I don't know the truth. They work, I ain't one of the same. Don't make they do it, they call them like me, but I'm running up. You don't
Enough fucking said. That's another thing that you should look up. Group Rehab, and then also look up the album Tally Got High. You're distracted by the wrestling ring? Well, that's your problem. Yeah. I mean, that to me, that was some absolutely good fucking flow. So Group Rehab has one album, and then there's another album that she did with her friend Guido called G-Dub's Tally Got High. And then after that is 3 fucking Tally Demon albums. And I do know that she ended up doing a fucking an Insane Clown Posse tribute. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. She also did she also did a track on an Insane Clown Posse tribute where she did a version of The Killing Fields. I found that on Bandcamp somewhere as I was trying to look up more info before the show. And I thought that it was fucking fresh seeing that shit. So yeah, this is, to me, it's like, okay, look, I find this woman to be incredibly fucking talented. The same thing with Illegal. I'm going to push these motherfucking bitches as much as I can because, like, Illegal, like, when she came out with The Grass is Greener, it was like, okay, it's Cottonmouth Kings, but a chick. You know, the performance that Tally Demon puts on there, like, Tally Demon way ahead of her time. Like, what she did is, like, you know, it was like, okay, this definitely reminded me of, like, Tech 9, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and the type of shit that she was fucking doing was phenomenal. She can write wonderful fucking hooks. Her lyricism is incredible. I love the fact that she uses video game references for her album covers and song titles and some different things. I was like, okay, Tally Demon, I fell in love. Like, I absolutely fucking fell in love with this chick. And her work. So it's like dope. I'm a fan immediately. And it doesn't even have to be fucking Juggalo related shit. And that I find is the dopeness behind that shit. Alright, so I got one more fucking thing that I gotta talk about. But I have to fucking take a piss. So I'm going to fucking put you guys on hold for a minute. And I will be right back. So don't nobody go nowhere. All right, well, I'm back. And you know, as I said, there was one last piece of information that I wanted to fucking bring up, and it was fine. It was pretty funny because apparently, you remember that video that I was talking about at the very beginning of the show when I fucking was talking about what I did when I got to the hotel at DCG Con? You know, this one?
Yo, what up? I'm in Massachusetts. Where are you?
Well, I'll tell you what. That right there specifically was like me fucking calling out Big Will. Just due to the fact that, well, he doesn't fucking go anywhere unless it has something to do with Project Born. He doesn't go to shows unless it has something to do with Project Born. He doesn't gather unless it has something to do with Project Born. That's why I'm in fucking Massachusetts hosting a fucking event while he's sitting around waiting for Frank Nitty to fucking do something. You know, so like, I did that just to fucking get on his, just to get under his skin. That little "where are you" was directed towards him, but it also at the same time, I could say that it was a generalization to whoever was watching that on my channel or my short that I put up on there. And, well, it turned out that I ended up getting a fucking receipt for it. Because I thought it was fucking hilarious. No, he's not a Bender Boy. And I think by now he should know that. So I found this.
Shit! Here's Big Will.
Oh God.
Like, just right off the rip. So I found this clip, and I found this to be pretty funny. Yeah, Project Born's still doing their thing.
Yo, what the fuck is up, right?
What
What's
up?
up?
What up?
What the fuck is up? We out here.
I've always wanted to know, who's we? Like, is he saying we as in like the editorial? You know, like I'm out here, and where's here? Like I've always wondered this shit. One of these days, because of how many different fucking things that he does, I swear to God, I need to make a fucking Big Will lingo bingo card. So that way the people over at Unbreaded could actually fucking, like, have Big Will pop up on the stream, and then they could just silently fucking play bingo with different fucking things that he fucking says. I mean, like, okay, he mentioned Crazy McCormick. There's a Dob right there. It's well known. There's a Dob right there. We out here. There's a Dob right there. He says we out here in the mating call. That he fucking, we out here! You know, he basically has a fucking stroke as he says we out here. Big Will has a stroke. Dob right there. He mentions Madness. He mentions Crazy. He mentions CPN. Bingo! You know? We start off with four corners, and then we start off with a line, then we do full corners, and then we do full card. You know, CPN told me that, but with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You missed it.
Happy Valentine's
Where
Day.
the fuck? Oh, we got this faggot, Justin.
Oh yeah, he calls somebody a faggot. Bam.
You're still a faggot. You're nobody.
Yep. There's another one. He tries to fucking downplay somebody else's relative credibility.
You're a C-17 faggot.
Just listen to her just ramble.
Can't rep that, right? Can't rep that. Justin, you're a faggot.
Okay, so like, when did he become the fucking connoisseur of what Juggalos can and cannot represent? You know. Him calling someone a fag is just basically a free space. I agree.
Oh, Justin, I got nothing to say to that? Oh, big shock.
Is he?
Nice.
Justin,
He came into this
are
fucking
nothing but homo.
I get
like it's laughable to me the fact that he fucking came in already shit faced. All right. Which should not be that big of a fucking surprise, but he comes into this fucking shit already not even halfway shit-faced, like 110% shit-faced. Just straight up fucking talking shit. It's fine.
To go to Juggalo, Ohio, and I don't give a fuck.
Juggalo, Ohio is the biggest faggots around.
Like he's trying so hard to be hard.
All right, well, I'll be having fun.
If you had Juggalo Weekend, that's one thing. But you go to Juggalo, Ohio, you're the biggest faggot around.
Okay, if you go to Juggalo Weekend, it's one thing. Hi, I went to Juggalo Weekend.
Right,
Big Will, send Justin $100.
Faggot. No one wants to hear you, you fucking faggot. You're a coward.
That's another one too. Put that on the bingo card. Call somebody a coward.
Hey, Wig Splitter. What's up, Wig Splitter? What's up, man? No, like this dude said, I'm going to Juggalo, Ohio. Like, dude, like that's a flex.
It's okay with it.
You
Damn.
flexing going to Juggalo, Ohio? No.
Are you jealous because Spooky donated him $150?
I mean, I agree with you on that one, 89. Like, that's the only way that he is a legend, is the fact that he's a lol cow. Like, literally, he has become... Actually, I wouldn't say that he's become. He's always been, basically, the fucking Juggalo version of Brett Keane. Like, that's where he sits, like, on the Juggalo totem pole. He is our Brett Keane. He is an individual in a slew of situations that usually end with a fist in his teeth.
Yeah, he's very jealous.
Only thing good that comes out of Ohio is national championships for the football team, the Buckeye Nation.
Which is interesting to me because he's from Michigan, you know, so he's like, he represents like, he loves the Buckeyes and all of that. That's funny. But let's see, what else comes? He's like, that's the only thing that's good that comes out of Ohio. So apparently he doesn't know Ohio all that much. Like that's the facts right there. I find that interesting that that's the only thing that he thinks comes out of Ohio that's fucking good. It's sad because Big Will isn't even a good lol cow. He's terrible. Bro, like, no, it takes a lot to fucking say that, like, there's Blue and then there's Big Will. You know? Like, it used to be so sad it was funny, but now it's just so sad that it's sad.
That's the only thing that comes out of Ohio.
There's like a lot of things that come out of Ohio that's actually good. And it's not just the fucking Buckeyes, bro. Let's see, the Gathering of the Juggalos, Tally Demon, LeBron James. But then again, his fucking alcoholic head is just so fucking waterboarded that he can't even think straight. Like, it's gotten to a point now where, like, the only thing that he fucking does now is talk shit. Like, that's all he knows. Like, he thinks that that's all you do on the fucking internet is just talk about shit. And if anybody fucking opposes what you're fucking saying, oh, then you're talking shit. Thank you. Bone Thugs is another one. Bone Thugs is definitely another one. Oh yeah, and if you say, like I said, you know, if you say anything opposite of what it is, or you correct him on something, oh, you're just a shit talking faggot. What the fuck are you talking about, you know?
I think Will's just jealous because Spooky donated.
No, I'm not jealous.
Hey, Justin, $150.
Definitely not jealous.
Pretty
bro.
decent,
I'll
150. I like that.
now. I'll be hey, just so you know, I'll be in Indiana on the 28th of fucking February.
Okay.
Project Born, motherfucker. Shelbyville, Indiana.
Case in point of what I told him. I was like, yeah. So when he ended up saying, lame as usual, gay ass McCormick, Unless I'm about 99% sure that that's him under a different account. And I said, yeah, that's why I'm in Massachusetts and you're still waiting on a free ride from Frank Nitti. Because he will not go anywhere unless Project Born has something to do with it. And so now that Project Born has a fucking event in Indiana, now he has something to fucking plug. Otherwise, it would just be him on a panel, drinking, talking shit, possibly pissing himself, and getting into fucking arguments with everybody.
We out here.
Did anybody get that on their bingo card at the very beginning of this fucking segment?
I bet fucking Justin the faggot won't be there. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
I bet.
Yup.
Just like I bet Adon's laughing right now. Hey, yo.
Basically, dude, at this point, I thought about this before the show. I was like, I need to find a website where I can create my own fucking bingo cards and just call it and just have it be Big Will Bingo. And just have everybody fucking play Big Will Bingo whenever Big Will fucking shows up on the Unbreaded podcast. I like the full stroke. We out here. And you know, like I swear to God, he's probably had like 7 strokes in his life, and he doesn't even realize it.
Oh, hey, faggot. Hey, Justin, you are a faggot. You run your mouth. You're gonna be at the. I'll be at the 25th.
You are the number one. You are the number one projector.
Like that's the funniest shit. Like everybody is correct in this. Like he ends up calling somebody else like running their mouth. Like everybody else runs their fucking mouth, and it's just like, no, dude, like you came in on 100 fucking talking shit and threatening people, calling people faggots and all that other shit. Like, are you fucking with us? Like, or are you too stupid to realize that you're basically the pot calling the kettle black?
In person.
Number one projector,
motherfucker. Is a bunch of faggots.
You with that
wig splitter.
See, now, like that, yeah, that's definitely gonna get you fucking brownie points with people that fucking are signed to that label. Like, you just basically, which is like what, 2 people? 2 people are fucking done, signed to Chapter 17. Ouija and, you know, because Ouija's running the shit, but then you also got fucking Darby. Now, I know that Darby would give a fuck less about what Big Will thinks about Chapter 17, but then again, Ouija wouldn't either. And it's just like, dude, the only reason why you're saying what you're saying is to try to fucking get under people's skin. I'm thinking that that's just what the case may be. I personally think that it's funny.
Would agree with me
a projecting ass motherfucker.
Wig splitter, you agree that C-17 usually has a bunch of faggots around?
No, it's not even an edgelord. It's not even edgelord shit. It's attempted edgelord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they do got their own butt plug.
I mean, Ouija literally likes to fuck trannies, so I mean, it's.
I thought Ouija was a tranny.
No, I'm gonna have to correct Zai on this one. He's not a tranny. He's a twink. Allegedly, I'm pretty sure he is. But either way, it's like whatever. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, why is this a fucking factor? Like, who gives a shit? The only it literally shows that Big Will gives more of a fuck about who someone else is fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really shows to me that Big Will cares a lot about where Ouija puts his fucking penis. And that's almost a disturbing thing.
Hey, Justin, you get fucked by Ouija in your ass? Is that what happened?
And it's well known.
About it? You don't want to talk about it, boy?
You don't want to talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
Big Will, why do you want to talk about something like that? The fact that you think about things like that, or you even mention something like that,
I don't think about it.
What do you mean you don't think about it? Dude, all you talk about is who is and isn't a faggot. Like everybody that either you don't know or you don't like is a homosexual to you. That really fucking says to me, yes, you think about this a lot. You know? It's almost as if it runs rent free in your head almost as much as myself and CPN and Madness and all of this other stuff. Oh yeah, and Wolf and a lot of the other people that I fucking know. You know?
I heard about it. So
Spooky, I don't have to imagine it. I live that shit. And I've made mention of that multiple fucking times. Besides, why are you defending Big Will?
brought it up.
The weird gay stuff that goes through your mind, Big
Gay
Will.
shit that
It
you
goes
think
through
that
your
doesn't
mind.
happen in
It's sad.
C17
It's sad. It's really sad. The weird gay shit
C17
that
is
goes
a
through your
number of
mind.
gay shit. Like, come on.
You must be obsessed with
It's
it.
fine. No
I
wonder.
think
It's fine. But yeah, he's fucking talking about it negatively.
Why me and Wig Splitter ain't going to Juggalo, Ohio. We don't want no part of that. You might be. We know Stasher was, and he can that's why he ain't going back.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Stasher said he ain't going back to Juggalo, Ohio. So.
Oh my god, he's fucking rambling. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
Oh yeah.
Do you even know?
Must be a reason for that.
I feel like I've seen Stasher say something about going to Juggalo, Ohio, so I really don't believe that, but alright.
I think he said he's going to day one.
Man.
Yeah, I think he's going to day one, too, so...
Okay.
Only faggots go to Juggalo, Ohio, but don't go to Juggalo, Daddy.
I mean...
Okay, and then what about people who don't go to either? And just basically sit around talking shit on podcasts, waiting for fucking Frank Nitti to book something. What about those people? Or I would say that that's kind of below subpar.
The only reason to go is to see King 810.
Near Wooster.
We
got Madness up in the house.
Oh, here comes more shit.
Faggot
We got
himself,
Madness.
Crazy McCormick, say he's in Massachusetts.
See, he brought me up out of fucking nowhere just because Madness showed up. This is the exact point that I was making in my last episode, where he literally brought me up out of completely fucking nowhere. I had nothing to do with this conversation whatsoever. I didn't even panel up in this shit. And yet now he's bringing up the fact that I am in Massachusetts, which obviously shows he watched my shit. Congratulations. So once again, hear this shit.
Yeah, we got Madness up in the house.
I saw the faggot himself, Crazy McCormick, say he's in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
We got Madness.
Crazy. It sure would be a shame if Chuck choked you out like a little bitch.
Like, did you get a chance to hear him finish that sentence before Madness told him to shut the fuck up? He's like, it sure would be a shame if Crazy got choked out by Chuck Reeves. Like, bro, that would mean that Chuck would have to fucking go out of his way to go to the Palladium in a fucking snowstorm and find me amongst hundreds of fucking people going to that show just to fucking choke me out. And he'd have to fucking do it in public. Like that how does that benefit Chuck in any way, for one? For two, he wouldn't do that shit because he's too fucking involved in trying to be a fucking big mogul movie star. Like, it's funny as hell to me. It's not that I'm obsessed, This is fodder, and it's good for the show.
Shut
While
the
you're
fuck
there,
up, Will, you fat
it would be
fucking
a
faggot.
shame
I'm entertained by this.
that you had the same fate that your boy had. Matter of
I got a
fact,
blowjob tonight, Will.
that's
Would you?
Madness's
I got
boy.
a blowjob. I got a
That's
blowjob.
How does this
Madness's
rebate work?
boy
What'd you
as
do?
well.
What'd you do?
Isn't
I have
Crazy
proof.
your boy,
What'd you
Madness?
do? What'd you do?
Like, what does that have to do with anything? So what if me and Madness are fucking homies? What does one have to do with the other? Like, that makes absolutely no fucking sense. What the fuck is the point that he was trying to fucking make? What, just is it one of those, like, it goes down the line kind of things, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to fucking tell what the fucking where the fucking mindset is tracking, you know?
What'd you do with your life, Teletubby fat ass? What'd you do?
You badass.
What did you do, Will?
Hey,
What have
Madness,
you
you
done in
got
your
no
life, Tubby?
balance.
What in
None
the
of these
fuck have
mo-
you
Hey, your guy
fucking
definitely
done
has
in
she's
your
been live for
motherfucking life,
fucking
Will?
7 hours.
What the fuck
She
have
has
you done?
nothing to do for Valentine's
What
Day.
the fuck is he
God,
talking
Jesus
about?
Her boyfriend
Shut
is a
your fucking mouth.
loser, just like Madness.
Like, you're just fucking rambling. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And all Madness is doing is telling him to shut the fuck up.
Just like a retarded Big Will with tubes.
What the fuck? Uh, what did Madness just say? He just said he's a retarded Big Will. No, Big Will's already retarded, Madness. Sorry to fucking correct you, but Big Will's already retarded as it is. So I guess he's more retarded than retarded.
God, Jesus
Her
Christ.
boyfriend is
Shut
a
your fucking mouth.
loser, just like Madness.
Just like a retarded Big Will with tubes.
Hey, Madness, you wear a sag
Hey,
and a hat. You're a
Toothless.
fucking loser, boy.
You drink Flint water.
You're a loser.
You drink Flint water. And where the fuck, like, this is another one of those things where it's like, where the fuck does Big Will have any room to call anybody a loser? like for real, think about it. Okay, on the fucking home front, his lifestyle is even worse than fucking mine. Okay, where even though I'm living with my parents, right? And I live in my mom's basement, which is very much well established. Unlike Big Will, I actually have a fucking job. I bring in a fucking paycheck. He doesn't. And also unlike Big Will, I actually provide something for this household financially. Where's his? Like, what does he do financially for the fucking parents that he fucking lives in? You know, that he's living with, or his sister, or whoever the fuck. You know, like, he doesn't bring any fucking money. All he does is he just sits around and fucking drinks all fucking day. And the only time that he actually goes outside and touches grass is when Frank Nitti has a show booked. Now, on the social media front, Big Will has lost how many fucking channels by now? 3? And not a single one of them had actually fucking made enough popularity to gain any sort of monetization. I've had 2 channels, like, in the Juggalo aspect of things. I have multiple fucking channels, and they all fucking make monetization. I'm making money making fun of Big Will. I'm making money laughing at Big Will's drunken stupidity. At the end of the day, it's all about fucking money to me. So I make monetization doing this shit. I get super chats doing this shit. I fucking think I'm pretty much leagues above this motherfucker. And yes, 89, he is a fucking lolcow. A sad, lonely, pathetic fucking lolcow. I don't know if he is just accepted it or if he's too stupid to fucking realize it. But it's like, dude, the very same people that he calls friends are the same people who actually fucking make fun of him. Like, I even have a fucking screenshot of when somebody ended up saying something about Big Will. I made fun of him, and the first person who actually responded to that shit, yeah, because I called him an insufferable lolcow, and the first person that actually reacted to that shit was Frank Nitti, laughing. Even Frank Nitti knows that Big Will is an insufferable lolcow, and he big ups Big Will big ups Frank Nitti like none other that I've seen. So that's fucking sad.
You
drink Flint water
What did he just say?
with tooth.
Oh.
Here.
Hey, Madness, you wear
Hey,
sagging high. You're a
Toothless.
fucking loser, boy.
You drink Flint water.
You're a loser. We laugh at you.
Drink.
Right there, where Big Will, like, that's another one. We laugh at you. Okay, look, who's we? You know what I'm saying? Out of all of that situation, it's like, who the fuck is we? There is no we when it concerns when it concerns people like people in your inner circle laughing at madness, let alone anybody. Anybody. Can anyone understand this guy? He's speaking almost fluent Aussie. How many years has Will been riding coattails to begin with? I'm pretty sure, like, ever since maybe there's, like, second album or something. I don't know. As long as I've known Big Will has been fucking riding Frank Nitti and Polk's fucking coattails. And by the way, for somebody, when Will says we, he means him and his bedbugs. No, like, Blue has the fucking patent on Juggalo bedbugs. We got to think of something else for Big Will to have. I don't know. I'm thinking termites because of that fucking bathroom floor.
Water, bro.
Happy Valentine's Day, Madness.
Show some balls,
Thank you.
Madness.
It was.
Madness, you got
It
none.
was.
You got
It
no
was such
pair.
a
You
fucking
ain't got
beautiful
a pair.
Valentine's Day.
STDs.
Big Will, what'd you do?
Madness had
Will,
no
did you have
girls
sex
for
with your sister?
Valentine's
Will,
Day.
did you
They
have sex with your
hold
sister?
him out
Will,
like
did you have sex
a
with your sister?
See, like, look, the
Will,
entire
did you have
time that
sex
he's
with your
been in
sister?
there, he's been
Aren't
talking
you
shit.
a crazy
Will, did
McCormick
you have
nut
sex with your
rider?
sister? Will,
Who's riding who's nuts? That's like the fourth time that you've mentioned me, bro. And Madness isn't saying nothing. So, like, who's riding who's fucking nuts, man?
did you have sex with your sister?
Alright, I'm gonna shut up
Will,
and let
did you have sex with your
Kurt
sister?
talk.
Holy shit, did you just hear Big Will? He said, I'm going to shut up. Please fucking do.
Shut your fucking Teletubby fat
I'm
ass
gonna
up and
shut
talk.
up for a minute, but Kurt, know your role.
Dude,
Bro.
take a shower, you pig.
We own
Cow.
you at this point.
Look at you, you big sow bait fat
Like, who the
ass.
fuck is we, bro?
You're so
People
embarrassing
love
to
me.
fucking no, nobody loves your fat
People
ass.
love
Madness speaking fucking truth and facts here. Like, Big Will is fucking drunk enough to believe that people like him. No. See, here's the thing. 99% of the people surrounding you either make fun of you or tolerate you. And tolerate you to a certain level. Remember when fucking Wolf embedded his fist into the back of your skull like 6 fucking times? As you were begging and pleading for Nitti to fucking help you and trying to say that the shit that you said about Wolf's kids was taken out of fucking context, even though it wasn't. And then you ended up going inside with Frank Nitti, you went into the fucking green room, you got more fucking drunk, and you decided to jump on fucking YouTube again, continuing to talk shit. And you point the camera at Frank Nitti, And Frank Nitti, you could see the look on his face where he was practically like, I don't want any involvement in this whatsoever. Bro, you need to fucking just calm the fuck down. Like and use are two different things.
Me and they hate
Women,
you.
I
hate you,
picks.
Big Will. I
spend picks.
I can
Okay,
say
I can
that.
spend picks who on the right now what
Justin
I
is
did
a
tonight.
bitch who
You don't
will
even
never
fucking
be
know
liked.
what I did, bro. My whole life
Hey, that's
changed
that.
tonight.
You're not head. I
I told
knock
that
off
one
your
bitch to go
fucking
fuck
head and you
herself.
won't do a damn thing about it.
Well,
Like,
you're
just
a
what the
retarded
fuck?
drooling
Hold
fat
on.
fuck. You're a wet fart that poops.
What
That's
the
the fuck you are, bro.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Kyle Driver saying Nitti has been babysitting Will for years. Bro, I remember seeing, like, the last time I saw Project Born perform, I think it was at a New Year's Eve party. Big Will saw that I was there, and at some point he ended up fucking, like, I was talking to fucking Nitti. This was, like, right after his homie fucking died, right? And so, fucking, I walked up to him, I said what up, I gave him some love, I fucking chatted with him for a minute. Big Will fucking shows up. Now, Big Will ended up later fucking spent the rest of the night. I was hanging out by the bar. Yeah, this was at fucking Harpo's, right? So me and Echo Side are just chilling by the bar. I pointed Big Will out to Echo Side. I was like pointing him out, noticing that anytime Big Will walked past me, he was literally looking the opposite fucking way, trying to pretend that I wasn't there. Now, at some point, he ended up fucking walking into the fucking back with 2 beers while Project Born was performing. He literally walked on stage through the back fucking entrance to give Frank Nitti a beer as he's yelling, Nitti, Nitti, while Nitty's trying to fucking work. Nitti turns around, takes the beer, and then Big Will's standing in the back of the stage watching Nitti fucking perform. Like, a stagehand was trying to grab Big Will to take him off stage. And he eventually fucking did, but then fucking Big Will finds himself again standing in the back of the fucking stage watching Frank Nitti perform from the back. And I'm just sitting there watching as I'm fucking appalled. And like, this guy calls himself the host of hosts. This guy calls himself like the best host in the Midwest. This dude is totally fucking unprofessional. It's sad to fucking see this shit. Oh, you know what else is another good thing that fucking comes out of Ohio, by the way? Kyle Driver. Just saying, because he said that the only thing good that came out of Ohio is the Buckeyes. Dude sounds autistic, but that's an insult to autism. No, I'm very sure that he's a fucking special needs guy, even though he totally fucking denies it. But yeah, like this whole fucking thing is just like Big Will being on this shit, just talking shit. Like, at this point, like, this is the point that I was trying to make. No matter what he says is completely fucking irrelevant. He says the same shit over and over and over again. He completely fucking rambles drunkenly. And it's not even funny anymore. It's fucking sad. Like, at this point, literally, the only thing that Big Will is good for is people reacting to him and getting paid doing it. So when the Unbreaded podcast eventually, I believe they could possibly be monetized by now. I know I'm monetized, so I know I'm going to be getting ad revenue out of this shit. It's funny as hell seeing at this shit. Yeah. I've seen Will at shows. It's the same gimmick with him. Yeah, and I'm sure he only talks shit about people that aren't around. So if you've seen Big Will at shows and you bring me up, he'll probably talk some mad shit. But if I'm around, he ends up acting like I'm not there and he tries to fucking hide. And it's going to be like that with anybody and everybody that he fucking talks shit about.
You
ain't
loser,
shit,
buddy.
Will.
You're a
Will, you
loser.
ain't nothing. Go get
Keep
the
being a
laundry and get on
loser
the
your
bus
whole
and go
life.
Like-
wash
What are you
that
gonna do,
laundry.
man?
Like, that's another one. Quit being a loser your whole life. Add that to the bingo card.
And
Because that's all you're going to do in your
why
fucking
the
life.
fuck do
You're
we
lucky.
invite?
What are you
Why
going
do
to do
people let
if you don't
this
have your sister and
loser
mother? What are you going to do, Will, if you don't have your sister and mother?
Saginaw
Like,
breed?
basically, at this point, I think Madness is just trying to talk over Big Will just to fucking get him to keep going or to get him to stop, one of the two. But I'm pretty sure that at some point, yeah, like, there's Madness full screen. Because Big Will, I guess, had to fucking go pee or some shit.
Will, doesn't
You
it
look
suck?
like a
Will,
crackhead.
I look like a cracker because I'm losing weight and
Fine,
taking
man.
care of myself.
Right? I mean, Madness has lost some fucking weight, though. Like, the last time I saw Madness, he was a pretty big fucking obese guy, but he's been losing weight. Like, he's been taking care of himself. Like, and that's a good thing. So why would a fucking fat, dumpy, sad fuck try to use that as a misnomer against fucking Madness is beyond me. You're like, you're a loser because you lost weight, and you're looking good, and you're being healthier, and all this other fucking dumb shit. Ever heard the story about how he had Razakel on a show, stole her entire pizza, and supposedly never paid her? Yeah, I heard about that. I've heard that story.
Damn.
But if I take those shots,
So
I
it's a bad
guarantee
thing
you
to
I
take care
look.
of your
Bro, I fast forwarded like what, 10 minutes? Almost 10 minutes. He's still going.
You look
Fizzled
super
every
obese.
time.
Obese, badass,
I
toothless,
talked
fat
to my
fuck.
homeboy
That's
who
what the
got it
fuck you
done.
look like, Will. A
My
fat,
boy, the
fucking
pillar
obese son of a
of
bitch. You know how much
suicidal
pussy I
Alex.
get? I get pussy.
This
Pussy sitting
dude.
this
Hey,
shit up right
faggot,
now.
you
And I
won't
ain't
never
fucking.
win.
What
You
the?
believe this, faggot? Hey, we got
Yeah,
this.
look at
And he's like trying to fucking, like, this is another one of those things that Big Will does, is like he'll fucking talk shit, and then when people threaten him back, he'll be like, you know, he'll be like, we'll get you or some shit. Like, he'll fucking start dropping names to fucking get involved in this situation. Like, does this dude can't even fucking be a victim right? The fact that he's from Michigan and loves Ohio State tells you everything you need to know about Will. Right? I agree with that one. Says the Ohioan that's a fan of the Bucks. I'm fucking with you, dude. Yeah, like, I know you're all about the fucking Buccaneers. So I was just like, yeah, I gotta fucking tag you on that one. But no, that, like, what you said though, way more fucking accurate. Fairweather fan Big Will. But it's not a rival team. That's my point. It's a loyalty thing. I agree with you. Because like in Flint, Saginaw, Ann Arbor, Detroit, most of the people on that side of the fucking state are usually U of M fans, and U of M is a rival against Ohio State. And then you've got people in mid-Michigan that are very pro fucking Michigan State University. And Michigan State's interesting because, like, this is a fucking hate fucking triangle of hate, love, hate, It's like, okay, Michigan hates MSU, hates the Buckeyes, but they hate the Buckeyes even more. Michigan State hates Michigan, hates the Buckeyes, but they hate the Buckeyes even more. Buckeyes hate Michigan and Michigan State equally. Like, it's funny as hell to me. It's like my favorite teams are Michigan State and whoever's playing against Ohio State. Or at least that's my family shit, But yeah, I agree with you on that one. The fact that he's from Michigan and he likes Ohio State says a lot. I guess I can't necessarily say this. Actually, I would say the fact that he's a fan of the Dallas Cowboys says everything that you need to know about Big Will. He sympathizes with fucking losers.
You and look at me. Look at you and look at me. I'm in the handsome club. You're in the mumpy club, bitch.
See, like, that's another thing, too. Mattis has a fucking point. Crazy. Riding coattails. I rest my case. Meh. Like, here's my thing. Madness actually has a point that he's making here. Like, Madness actually goes out and does shit. Like, he may not be, like, performing and shit like that, like I feel like he should be. But he still goes out. He does things. He peruses the bars in fucking Saginaw. He meets people. He mingles with people. He goes out to fucking drink. Big Will, I feel like, has not fucking seen outdoors in a while. You know? That's the only way he gets attention. If I had to guess, it almost seems like he idolizes Crazy. Oh yeah, talking about Big Will? Yeah. I mean, to be totally honest, like, I totally would fucking understand that shit. You know? I have a fucking concurrent form of income. And granted, we both live in our parents' houses. I actually fucking pay rent, and I'm able to afford all the stuff that I buy. Like, you see like, do you know how much I fucking dropped on going to fucking Juggalo Weekend? Well over $1,000. My hotel stay was $700. It was $250 to fucking go to Juggalo Weekend. I bought over $700 in merchandise. This dude only goes to shows if Frank Nitti is booked. It's always been a fact. Big Will has always wanted that crazy dick. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I am a pretty fucking sexy motherfucker. But, yeah, I'm sorry, but, like, not even my thumb is gonna go up Big Will's ass. I'm just saying.
You lose every time you come on with me, bitch. I destroy your faggot ass.
Bro, I don't think he really has any room to be threatening people, especially online. No, like, Big Will's basically fucking Nitty's +1 whenever he's booked at shows. Like, he's practically a fucking liaison. You know, like, he'll only go to shows that he knows he can get in for free. And by the way, as of right now, what kind of juggalo says the F slurs so much? I mean, a lot of us, but, like, here's the thing though, like, I don't think Big Will understands that how he fucking says it would be different than how I would say it. You know, like, it might be a millennial Gen X thing because, you know, millennials and Gen X fucking say faggot all the fucking time, but we're not talking about gay people. You know, watch that episode of South Park, prime fucking example of what it is that we're talking about when we call somebody else a faggot. Him, on the other hand, like, he says it so goddamn much that I feel like that word is a rent-free in his head thing. Like, it literally comes off like it's a fucking closet case thing. Yeah, he says it so fucking much that I think it's a closet case situation. Individual. The word doesn't offend me per se, but it's not hood optics and he's hateful. Right. Oh, it's not good optics, is what you meant. Yeah. Okay. Big Will got knocked out and his phone stolen at the gathering. You can't take a much bigger L than that. No, you're good, Kyle. You're good. No. Like, that's the fucking point that I've been trying to fucking make for years. And it's like, this dude just it doesn't fucking register in his head. I want to say that he's slow, but that fucking makes it so people who are slow are fucking, like, offended. You know? Like, How else can I fucking put into words this shit? And I guarantee you, he's only gonna hear certain things about what I had said and done in this particular segment, and he's gonna go right on unbreaded and he's gonna talk more shit, which is fine with me because that means that's more fucking things that I can do for my show. You see how this fucking works? If anything, Big Will, I'll tell you this. The more shit that, from here on out, the more shit that Big Will fucking talks on the Unbreaded podcast, the more money it's gonna make me. So, if Big Will actually wants to fucking hurt my fucking income or any of the, because that's the only thing that he can practically hurt at this point from me, is that if Big Will actually wants to fucking hurt me in some way, shape, or form, all he has to do is shut the fuck up. That's literally all he has to do. I've literally fucking, I'm with you on this one too. Dude, all of us have watched Big Will with the shit that he's fucking said. This is the safest that he feels. That's why he feels invincible behind a keyboard. And for years that he has been doing his podcasts and live streams, you know, like literally, that's where he feels the safest, when he feels he has control. But out in public, because of the things that he fucking says on his shit, he is susceptible to possibly getting his fucking ass beat, and he thinks that Frank Nitty's gonna fucking protect him. But Frank Nitty didn't do shit when he was getting his ass beat by Wolf. Yeah. I know Raya. I also know CPN. I know the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? And that was another thing too. Like CPN fucking broke ground on busting Big Will in the fucking jaw. And of course, Big Will is going to say it was a sucker punch. No, it's a sucker punch if you didn't see him before he punched you, and you at least had a 60th of a second to see him before you saw his fist enter your face. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. The Unbreaded podcast took Big Will under their wing ever since his shitty channel got nuked. It's pretty pathetic. You know what's funny to me, by the way, and I'm not saying this to fucking diss on Madness, because I do consider Madness the homie. But Madness was upset when Sackman got Big Will's channel nuked the first time, and he was upset because there was so much history in there. But now he's basically digging into Big Will because I guess apparently the IP2 group ended up fucking getting Big Will's channel shut down this time. Like, he made up a lie about CPN returning to YouTube. He said it a few days ago. And yeah, and before that he said like when he brought me up out of no context whatsoever one time, like on the last episode that I fucking did, he ended up saying something about how CPN's not allowed to come back to YouTube, as if he's the one that's fucking standing the ground. You know what I'm saying? The only reason there's haters is because they feel left out. No life, no home, because Juggalos shut them out. So now they hide behind computers acting hard when they soft. Right, and this dude's as soft as fucking 2-day-old baby shit. This sucker punch Will knows all about him. Look at this sucker punch of bitches he used to run with. Like, it's just like, at the end of the fucking day, like, this is it. Like, this is all Big Will has at this point. Like, literally, if he didn't do the shit that he was fucking doing on social media for like the last 5 years and being stuck in fucking COVID time, talking about shit that's not even relevant anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, me living in the house. Yeah, that's established. I live in my parents' house. That's been well established. Literally nobody cares. I've talked to so many fucking people about the fact that people talk about me living in my mom's basement. Literally, the only people who care are the people who think that I'm being offended by them calling that out. Even I don't care. Nobody fucking cares. But Big Will sure as fuck still bring that up. And so will some of the people that surround him, even though they don't like him either. The fact that he brings up the fucking video game thing, like, literally nobody cares. Except for the very same people who fucking say that shit. It's a gimmick for sure. Will can barely walk. His life is sad. Like, take a look at the fucking laundry list of fucking people who are dropping facts. The fact that this is a sad man. And I thought, like, I don't know who's sadder. Like, I should fucking set up a poll for the next episode. Who is the sadder Juggalo YouTuber between Big Will and the boy Blue? Who is the sadder of the two? Kreyz is a legend in this community. Thanks. You know, I'm fucking honored by that. I am very grateful that you feel that way. Throw some respect on his name. Big Will is a joke. Right. I've been in this fucking game since what, like 2008, 2009? I've been doing my damn thing on and off. I think this has been the most consistent that I've been doing this shit on YouTube for quite some time. You know, and I definitely have nothing but love and appreciation for the people who have supported me over the years. I don't know if Big Will has that. Like, Big Will has a lot of people that he's beefing with. He has a small circle outside of fucking YouTube. And a lot of the people that are on social media don't really seem to fucking like him all that much. You know what I'm saying? That, like, Boy Blue will never shake the pedo simp jacket, and it's his fault we had to deal with Cyrax in the community. I mean, part of that, part of that does have to do with Blue. A lot, like, I think the shining light came from the Bender Boys, because I did talk to Zero about that on an episode a few weeks ago. You know, but, like, Music Biz Marty fucking took that fucking ball and completely ran with it. Like, he absolutely fucking ran with it. And that's it for that. But, like, this shit, man, fuck. Yeah. This dude fucking changed his fucking avatar at this point to fucking, even Keegan don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Keegan does not like Big Will. And by the way, that picture was taken at the very same place that Wolf fucking cleaned his clock.
I mean, we all
faggot poopy pants. Come on, tell a tubby poopy.
Pooped his pants next to the.
It's like, at this point, he gets upset over fucking child, like,
you poop
dookie
the pants.
humor.
You just pooped the pants. Big Will, you pooped your pants. You just pooped the pants. Poop the poop the poop.
Bro, you fucking passed out at the gathering of the Juggalos and shit yourself. As far as I've heard. Like, Big Will is not very good at fucking gaslighting people into believing shit that isn't true. You know, don't even fucking bother trying, bro. Like, Jesus fucking tap dancing Christ. Jesus. You know? Big Will's own mother said she wished she had swallowed. Like, dude, this is, like, Kyle, I don't know if you're going to remember this, but anything that Big Will does content-wise is actually, like, it actually has surpassed probably one of the most saddest fucking YouTube blunders I've ever fucking seen. And that was when Boxer Life 5150 was trying to gain sympathy for his dead mother. And then one day he did a live and his mother fucking opened up the back door in his room and shut it. Like, you could see a silhouette of an old woman. And we were like, oh yeah, like, Boxer's fucking mom is still alive and he was trying to gain fucking sympathy. And then there's Big Will. Big Will fucking just basically getting on a fucking panel with his shitty fucking Chromebook and trying to talk fucking mad yards of shit when he has absolutely zero credibility in anything that he fucking says whatsoever. It's fucking sad. And this is like, I swear to God, like this could possibly be an ongoing segment at any given point in time. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be my last gathering for the foreseeable future. Kid is getting older, and I'm more focused on doing cool shit with LLE where I can. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Big Will makes love to his cousin. Oh, so Kyle, you're gonna be fucking gathering this year? I'll see you there, man. We gotta fucking link up and we gotta fucking link up and hang out. Cause I'm gonna be fucking hitting up the gathering. By the way, I forgot to fucking mention that shit. August 13th to the 15th, I believe, is going to be the gathering time. So get prepped for that fucking gathering week, son. Yes, sir. Then real vacations with a wife. Uh-oh. Kyle is becoming a fucking actual adult now. Trust me, bro, like a vast majority of my hiatus back in the day was because I was married with a non-juggalo and fucking ended up having 2 kids with her, missed out on a lot of gatherings, and then I ended up getting involved with another chick, which I was not able to make gatherings. However, I can say now that I have not missed a single DCG con, and I'm going to try to do my damnedest to make sure that that continues to be a thing, because DCG con is my nerd shit. I'm closing out the night. All right, like it's 12:30. I've overstayed my welcome on the show. I'm expecting a fucking receipt, a clapback, if you will, from Big Will's drunken fucking maw on a future episode of the Unbreaded podcast. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, because I'm also pretty sure that that's the only place left that Big Will is accepted. I did hear that since he doesn't have his fucking channel anymore, he's no longer allowed to do anything on Studio 17, because from what I hear, I don't know if it's actually true, but from what I hear, he's too much of a fucking risk for Brooklyn Menace to fucking gamble on. You know, dude, there's a lot of people that could kick his ass. I'm just not going to, because like I find it more funny just to see him do this dumb funky shit. And I appreciate you guys coming in. Unfortunately, dude, like there was something that I was hoping was gonna fucking happen. I was hoping that there was gonna be some ninjas, at least one person that could have came in and did like a fucking super chat or something like that, because I got one last thing. It was going to be a surprise for the next person that fucking super chatted, but I'm just going to fucking put the alert up on here just so that way I can show you guys. So let's just use the test here. This is the new thing.
And by the way, I just want to say fuck Crazy McCormick. Whack as fuck.
That's going to be coming up anytime that somebody fucking super chats or subscribes or anything. Yeah. Yeah. So anytime somebody subscribes, there's.
And by the way, I just want to say fuck Crazy McCormick. Whack as fuck.
Thanks for that clip, Big Will. You're gonna be making me money, son. All right. With that being said, thank you guys for coming in, watching, participating up in the chat. This has been Crazy McCormick with the Crazy House. Come back next week, and we'll see what other fucking dumb, insane shit I can find. All right, I'm out this bitch. Deuces.